infatuated with the in-between, the ups, the downs, the curves and the rounds. I'll bring it to your city or your hometown. I'll go back in time when the feeling was fine, when funkin' was legal and it wasn't a crime. Party people lined up and down the way, a bigger celebration than your birthday. Funkin' up the neighborhood, I felt the fool 'cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood, funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt the fool 'cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood. And I have seen the world pristine, funk you up in the bushes, funk you down in the trees. Now look around, all the frowns, the yellow, the white, the red and the brown. And keep in mind, it never costs a dime, 'cause funkin' is free, I remember the time. Now look today, the streets are gray, time to take it back to yesterday. Funkin' in the neighborhood, I felt the fool 'cause the funk was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood, funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt the fool 'cause the funk was good. It was good in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood. Funkin' up the neighborhood, I felt full 'cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood, funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt full 'cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood, funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt full 'cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood, funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt full 'cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood.
And we're live.
And we are back.
Welcome to the Underdog Journey. I'm Wes. This guy is David. And we're just talking about cigars, of course.
Cigars and bourbon.
That's literally what we talk about all the time.
That's what this channel's all about, right? Oh, shit. It's supposed to be business. Nah, cigars and bourbon.
Business.
Cigars, bourbon, and beer.
That's really all business boils down to anyway.
Yeah. I mean, we're a lot cooler than Jeremy Sires just because we don't, have you ever watched it? There's a couple shows that he does that are like the everyday carries. Have you ever watched his EDC?
Is his everyday
stuff?
carry like $10,000 worth of equipment?
Like, how many effing pockets do you have, dude? Here, I'm gonna simplify. And he'll go like, all right. I'm gonna simplify my everyday carry. Here's your simplified: keys, wallet, phone.
I do carry a
That's
pocket
it.
knife, but that's about it for everyday carry for me.
I don't carry a pocket knife. I don't carry a gun. I don't carry I don't carry a bazooka. I don't have like a stash bottle of bourbon in my shirt or anything. I
I do
don't need
carry
an
like
ink pen that writes upside down.
well, I mean, I do carry like 3 MREs and like two or three guns at any given point. But you never
All the
know when you're
military
gonna need
guys
that
out there
stuff.
going, no, you should do that.
I'm just saying, you never know
Yeah.
when the stuff's gonna hit the fan,
Yeah.
and you need to
Well, yeah, I get it.
put
I
something
just plan
down.
on
It
robbing
happens,
the
man.
nearest person that has all that stuff, and then I'll be fine.
Well, look,
That's how that works out.
well, look. So, how was your Christmas, David?
Oh, it was good. It was good. So I had been off work since the 8th of December. I went on vacation. I said, you know what? I am going to fully and utterly disconnect.
Mhm.
And I did.
Okay.
Fully and utterly disconnect.
Are you still disconnected? Is
Now,
it driving you crazy?
so I was off. I technically this is the only Thursday today is the only day of the week that we're working this week. I went back yesterday, put to bed a lot of things, cleared email. Going into next Monday, as of right now, I've got three emails in my inbox. 3, and 2 of them are only there just because I wanted the data so I can go back and study it. Has nothing to do with me. I actually don't need to know this data, but I'm like, you know what? Just to have an extra edge, I'm going to learn that too. So they're just 2 of the emails are there, and one of them is because I disagree with it that I'm keeping so that I can make my argument for how stupid what was said was.
Okay, well, that should be like 80% of all work emails anyway. I'm just saying.
Most of them that I disagree, I just delete.
Right.
They're like, I think, okay, bye. No, that's that. You haven't thought this all the way through. Oh, I got another one. Hold on.
Oh, one more.
Let's see here.
On today's episode,
It's somebody
David
that's
reads
doing.
emails.
It's somebody doing plastic molds. Plastic molds.
I don't even know what that is, but it sounds boring.
Well, it's plastic molds at 163.com. The email address is at 163.com. Yeah, that's just going.
It's totally legit.
That's a scam. That's
sure
nothing shady. And I have nothing to do with plastic molding, by the way.
Well,
But
a lot of these, one of the reasons there's so many more scam emails and phone calls right now is because it's all driven by AI. One more great thing the AI is bringing us is more spam.
oh, tell me you've got it queued up for the news that the Washington Times or the Washington Post or whichever, the New York Times or whoever it is
suing
that
OpenAI.
is suing is it Microsoft and OpenAI for using them as source material to learn.
Yeah, so that's a little bit old news. That's been kind of on and off for the last 6 months. But there are a lot of
it's starting to
companies-
boil over.
There are a lot of companies that have pending lawsuits against OpenAI right
You
now.
know what? You post your stuff up that you can get to for free. None of your sorry. To me, it's like here's the law.
Right.
Let's say you're driving down the street and you're shooting a movie and you take a picture of it from public property picture and keep right on trucking. And then you post that on your Facebook and says, oh, you got to take that down. That's private. No, it's not. It's not protected whatsoever. You have no copyrights on it whatsoever.
Right.
So here's for all you people out there that are trying to go after OpenAI and all these people, which me and AI, I don't really care for it anyway. I care for it, but I want to make sure people understand it's not a threat to humanity. Elon Musk, I don't care. It's not coming after us.
It's funny that you bring this up though, because I was actually just thinking about this earlier today. Of course, I think about the Roman Empire and AI all the time. So I was.
Where's my bag? Where's my bag? I got a new book. I wanted to show you. Oh, it's all the way over there. Holy crap! No. Go ahead.
But no, I was actually thinking about AI.
This is Socrates versus Plato.
But no, I was thinking about AI and all of the source material that it learns. So like ChatGPT, for example. I know you know, David, but for everybody out there, ChatGPT is a large language model. Basically, what that means is it's a text-based AI. And how it learns is it scans the entire internet for everything that it possibly can to learn information, context about certain subject matters. It's a large language model. It learns from reading everything on the internet all at once. And as we were just saying, there's companies like the New York Times and a dozen other companies who are suing OpenAI right now because ChatGPT used their information to teach itself. And they're saying, oh, this is copyrighted material. This is trademarked material. You can't use our stuff. Well, guess what? If it was open to the entire internet, Can you really sue them? It's a very gray area.
You're driving down the street. It's available from the freeway. Piss off.
But I was thinking about it.
It's simple as that.
But I was thinking about it, and of course, OpenAI is going to win the argument. But
yeah, they're just going to ask OpenAI. They're just going to ask ChatGPT how to win this lawsuit.
ChatGPT, how do we? Yeah, exactly.
They should let
that would
AI
be really funny.
Make their defense for them.
And you know what? They should advertise that they did that for their product.
Yes.
But no. Here's one way.
And then we put the lawyers out of business too. I'm liking where this is going.
See what I'm saying? Look, AI. There's a lot of good stuff here. But here's what I was thinking.
Yes.
What's the one thing you tell teenagers when they start putting dumb stuff on the internet? Look, once it's on the internet, the whole world.
It's there forever.
It's there forever. It's open to the whole world. Yep. Anybody can see it. Guess what, New York Times?
It's on the internet.
Just saying.
Anyone can see it.
Exactly.
That would be saying to Google Chrome would like to access my microphone. Sure, I'll allow you. Sure. Why would I wouldn't?
Yeah. But so
what can go wrong?
I was actually thinking about this in a different context as well, right? So, David, I've mentioned in the past that one of the weird things about AI is a lot of the developers say that these AIs are built as sort of a black box, right? Like they're not really sure why they're doing things. They're not really sure how they're learning things. And, logically, we look at this and we say, how is that even possible? You built the thing. How are you telling me you don't know how it works? I was thinking about it. I think they actually do know. They know a lot about how these black boxes work, but since they're executing these learning models, learning functionalities in a very legally gray area, they're saying, oh, we don't know how it's doing this stuff. In the meantime, yeah, they know all of this stuff, how it's working, where it's getting its information from. They just don't want to own up to it. So they say, oh, it's a black box. And people who aren't programmers say, all right, sure. I think it's just to save themselves a legal hassle.
Keep it up.
Right. I mean,
keep it up.
Look, if I'm
telling you, let ChatGPT do the defense for it. That'd be even better.
If I were a programmer and I wanted to stay out of trouble, that's what I'd say. Look, it's a black box. It's AI. What are you going
to do? All right. I don't know whether it's T-Mobile or the Google or the Samsung or whatever it is. Stop downloading games to my phone. Because every time it does an update, I have to go through here and delete Pandora. Who has time for that rock and roll ruckus? Probably now is not the time to do this. What was I doing? I was sharing out the video. That's what I was doing.
So are you on T-Mobile, by the way?
I am on T-Mobile.
Did you hear about this new thing that's happening on January 1st?
With Starlink?
No. This is something else. Hang on. I'm trying to find a good article. I read about it the other day, and I meant to pull up an article about this, and I didn't look up an article about it. Basically, starting January 1st, T-Mobile is updating its terms of service to where they can actually fine you for posting information that they disagree with.
Yeah, I was planning on getting rid of them anywhere. Their service is actually went to absolute shit.
This is actually a real thing. Where let's see, let me try and find a really good article about this. Let's see.
You can't suppress freedom of speech. I mean, it can't be. I mean, just stop people.
Well,
you're going to end up causing more problems than you're worth.
No, that's the thing. They're not suppressing freedom of speech, but they're going to fine you for and there's certain things like they call it like hate speech is included in there.
It's still speech,
right? But they're not stopping you from saying it, David. They're fining you for saying it.
Yeah, that's David, that's impeding.
I think you're also bypassing the most troubling thing here is.
Well, yeah, there's other things that are more troubling.
They're monitoring what you're posting.
Yeah,
the content that you're, and this doesn't, and in the terms of service, it doesn't just say if you post this stuff on social media, or it also includes private emails. It includes private text messages, meaning T-Mobile is actively monitoring and will fine you for private text messages that it disagrees with. For private
so it's
emails.
time to so it's basically time for everybody to ditch T-Mobile. Wow. And come on, Elon, we need a cell phone service from you that just solely relies on the Starlink.
Yeah. Okay. So
there's no reason not to. What am I doing here? There we go.
I need to find a good article on this, and I read it the other day, and I didn't save the article. But yeah, I mean when I read that, it blew my mind that they decided to do this. Basically there's zero privacy on T-Mobile devices at this point moving forward. Zero. Now look, I'm on an iPhone. I'm aware there's zero privacy, right? I know this. But the simple fact that they're actually reading your texts, or at least having AI scan your texts in real time, or emails in real time, and saying, "Oh, we think that might be hate speech. Here's a fine on your monthly bill because you posted something or sent a
Yeah.
message that we disagree with."
Yeah, I'll be shutting off my automatic pay with
Ooh.
them, and I'll be looking to find out how much it costs to just buy out my contracts and get the hell off of T-Mobile.
Yeah, dude. Devin Ross
Yeah, if
says,
that's the case, there's no way.
"Yeah." Devin Ross says, I'll be dropping T-Mobile in that case. Do my best research." Yeah, Devin, look that up. Honestly, it's really really troubling, and
Yeah.
it blew my mind when I saw that. I was like, "Holy moly!" And yeah,
Well,
I think it actually starts on January 1st. So if anybody out there has T-Mobile, do your own homework. Don't just listen to me. I'm an
yeah,
idiot, but go do your own homework because it's a real thing and it's happening January 1st, like in a couple days. Whew.
yeah. It's not too far.
And there's some weird new laws and regulations coming up. Here's a piece of news that I actually saved. Let me pull this up here.
What do we got there? Oh, wait. Before we get going further,
Yeah.
What are you drinking over there?
Oh
tonight?
yeah, we completely missed the most important part of the show.
Right past it.
So my current wife every year gets me the BrewDog Advent calendar. So if you're not aware, the brewery BrewDog has an Advent calendar of very like exclusive beers, some of the most popular beers they have, and they put it all in this big box and make it limited availability. And my current wife always gets me the Advent calendar. So I'm actually going in the order of the numbers instead of just randomly picking one out. So today's that I'm starting out with is BrewDog's Hoppy Christmas. It's a Christmas IPA. And
yeah, they are a hoppy brewery.
They love here's the thing though. They love their IPAs. BrewDog loves IPAs. But I was actually pleasantly surprised. This Advent calendar doesn't have that many IPAs. It actually has a lot of sours.
Okay.
It has a lot of stouts, which I love.
You're
I'm
a big fan of sours, yeah.
Yeah. So, pretty happy. I'm starting with BrewDog's Hoppy Christmas. How about you, David? What do you have?
Hoppy Christmas. Well, when I was before the show, I was reading them off, and Wes is like, "Now you're just showing off," and I'm like, "I actually wasn't thinking about it." But it's like the three wise men back here.
Bourbons.
I've got. I'm starting with Blanton's tonight.
Nice.
And
can't go wrong there.
You can't. You just can't go wrong with it.
Yep.
You just can't. It is a absolutely wonderful bourbon. And then as backup, I've got a bottle of Weller 12-year-old Weller, the wheated bourbons.
Of course.
I am quite a fan
That 12-year-old
of
is
bourbons.
nice.
And the
12-year bourbon is nice.
Yes, make sure you get that up.
Full
You're
Epstein
find
on
my
the show.
T-Mobile.
Holy moly.
Yeah. Wow, that was almost a slip of the tongue, David. Anyway, and then the bottle of Stag that I have that I didn't open last week, and I think I might
save that.
I might bring this to town next time I'm in, and we might drink it. Although the next time I'm in, which is this is probably a sad indictment upon myself. I'm picking up 8 bottles of bourbon. 8.
So you like bourbon's what you're trying to say. You're a bourbon guy.
8 bottles of bourbon.
That's a lot of bourbon.
I've got 2 more bottles. I got 2 more bottles of Blanton's, a bottle of E.H. Taylor, and 5 Weller Greens coming back with me
just buy it by
on
the
my
barrel.
next trip.
Next time, just buy it by the barrel.
You know, that might actually be better off. But see, the thing is, of those 5, I'm probably going to give away 6 of, or I'm sorry, of those 8, I'll probably give away 6.
Probably, knowing you.
I'll keep one of the Blantons at least, and I'll keep 3. I'll keep the Blantons, the E.H. Taylor, and at least 1 green. But the rest of it, I'll probably end up giving away.
Those are good bourbons, man. Holy moly!
Yeah. So I can't turn the thing, but my liquor cabinet thing is sort of my liquor cabinet's right over here, and it's got a pretty good selection there.
When are you going to do your blackened tasting?
I don't know, because now we were showing you before the show, for any of you guys out there that are cigar guys, there's a website you can go to called leafonly.com. Leafonly.com. And you can get this kit right here that you can roll 10 of your very own cigars in.
Now, you know what?
Right?
So based on our conversation before the show when you were showing me that, I think Leaf Only is missing a huge opportunity. Huge opportunity.
Oh, yeah.
Now, here's their opportunity they're missing. They need to start an OnlyFans page and call it Only Leaves, right? Only leaves. And what they do is on this OnlyFans page, they roll cigars. They show you. It's like cigar porn. They show you how to roll cigars.
Yeah, and then sit around and smoke them and drink bourbon.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, we should do that. What are you talking about? We should. Wait a minute. I don't want to give this to somebody else. I want to sit around, smoke bourbon, and roll cigars.
All right. Well, we're gonna start. We're gonna start our Only Leaves page, and
yeah, Only Leaves page. So when you order this, you can. I mean, this thing is not very expensive. Maybe $50, maybe $60, somewhere in that ballpark. It's not crazy expensive, but it comes with the wrapper leaves. It comes with the binder leaf, which is a little heavier, and then the filler leaves. And each one of them comes with a wooden cigar mold.
Nice.
So you can actually mold, press the cigars in properly.
Actually press them in there.
Some cigar labels and then a cap cutter. So
that's awesome.
I mean, it's got everything you need to just roll cigars. But me being, the anything worth doing is worth overdoing guy, I found on Facebook Marketplace, which is I really should be able to put that on block sometimes.
Okay.
But I found a guy who's got a bunch of plexiglass boxes. So what I want to do is I want to use blackened bourbon to age the tobacco in with the bourbon.
Nice.
To kind of, I'm going to call it an infusion. The people that actually know what the hell they're doing probably have a better term for it, but I'm going to call it an infusion of the flavors and the notes from the tobacco or from the bourbon into the cigar. Because the M81 Blackened from Drew Estate is a cigar, is a triple Maduro cigar. So I'm going to order another one of these kits, and you actually get to pick out exactly what leaves you want. And I'm going to pick triple Maduro, Maduro binder, Maduro wrap, and Maduro filler.
Okay.
And I want to age all of them, and it will truly at that point be, with the exception, I mean, it'll be all Nicaraguan, which is what the blackened is. So it'll truly be a blackened cigar.
That's awesome.
And that's a summertime thing, I think. Right. So that I could put it outside and not have to worry about it so much.
Well, so, one thing I've wanted to do for a long time is, that I have this small, like gallon size bourbon barrel that my current wife got me. It's actually,
oh shit. I found the bourbon. It's upstairs. I had it sitting. I meant to come back here. I was going to drink it.
Oh, the one that I
the one that you made. Yeah. Sorry about that. I got you off track there. Yeah.
So I actually have a bourbon barrel. It's like a 1 gallon bourbon barrel. And one thing I've wanted to do for a long time is age tobacco leaves in it, because it is the charred white oak, and it'd be perfect for aging tobacco leaves. So one of these days, awesome. I actually want to do that.
So have you So all right. Now the brain's thinking.
See.
Have you already? Is that the barrel you did your bourbon in?
It is.
Okay, so it's already had the bourbon, so it's not just a charred oak barrel.
Oh no, that's actually the one that I made the bourbon that I gave to you.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah. Heck yeah. So I'll tell you what I'll do. Is I'm going to order a set probably mid-January. Oh, sorry, I thought I had a blackened setting right there, but I did actually before the show open my case up, so I got my pipe.
Of course.
Pipe right here.
Of course. Yeah.
Like you do. And I'll send you over the set. I'll send you over the kit.
Well, no, just give me the link. I'll buy one.
No, you don't gift somebody a link. You gift somebody the stuff that came from the link.
Fair enough. All right.
So I'll get the thing. We'll send it over there because I'd like to see the difference between the two.
Yeah.
Aging it, because I'm gonna put it in plexiglass. Okay. I'm gonna put the Boveda packs, the humidor sponge thingamajiggers in it, in each one of them, and then I'm gonna pour them in it. That's where the liquor is going to go. If you guys don't get the liquor reference, you need to watch more memes.
It's true.
Okay. Yeah. It's very popular. People love it.
People like memes. They're a thing now. They might catch on. I don't know.
It's a thing. Yeah, I love it. Anybody's on my friends list. So anybody who got cut from my friends list, I'm sorry.
Oh, did you do?
I was trying to find. Oh, Jesus Christ! I said the other day I went from like 500 and some down to 100 to under 100.
Yeah.
But because I wanted to create a public person,
right?
A public figure account, and then keep one that's really, really private, because I don't really like putting too much stuff out there because they're watching.
They're always
all the time.
They're always watching.
And now T-Mobile's watching.
Oh, actually, so I do have some news on the T-Mobile thing. Devin put some interesting information down in the comments, but go ahead. Sorry, David.
Well, that was it. I just want to send you that over, and I want to check the difference of aging it in the barrel, the bourbon barrel, versus aging it in. I'm just going to call it the blender, because it's not going to have the oak. It's not going to have all the stuff from it. Yeah. It's going to have just the raw alcohol and the.
It's a good idea.
The actual just a bourbon. Just kind of see which one brings the most to it, and then buy myself because I'm pretty sure it's going to be the barrel. Buy myself I'm going to buy myself a big barrel, and instead of trying to age them in the barrel, I'm going to cut the staves and then build the box out of the staves.
Oh, that's awesome. That's cool.
Yeah. I think that'd be good.
Very good idea.
See, this is why I have no personal time. Well, this is why I have no free time. Although the past couple of weeks, oh, geez, I've been so lazy. Oh, it's been awesome.
You apparently have a couple other hobbies that you've been meaning to get into. I'm not going to bring up exactly what you have planned, but David, you should have
I've got
time, is what.
No, I shouldn't. This is my next hobby, because I don't have my Corvette anymore or any other cars or anything like that, sucking up all that money. So now I'm looking for other places to do it, and I'm going to start. I got some of the kits, some of the forms, not the forms, but the outlines and the templates, and a couple of tools here and there. And I've been shopping for wood. So if anybody can give me some good wood, just let me know. But I'm going to start building acoustic guitars, and it's going to be. Hey, are you laughing about the good wood comment?
Look, whatever you do on your free time, if you want to start an OnlyFans page,
yes.
Speaking of which, watch the newest South Park. It talks about that, and it's hilarious.
Oh, really cool. All right. Yeah, should be good. But yeah, I'm gonna be doing custom acoustic guitars,
which is awesome. That's super cool.
Which is awesome. The great thing about it is, if you set it down for 6 months, it doesn't matter.
True.
It doesn't matter. It's like if I get busy and it can happen. It can happen. I can flip a switch and I can be gone and not have a moment to myself for 2 or 3 months.
Right.
So, it's a hobby that you can really just go back to it.
Yeah, 2024 is going to be busy for you.
Temperature control. It's going to be, but it'll be fun. I got my pipe with me, so I'm good.
Devin Ross says he just has regular wood, not guitar wood. So,
I need good tone woods.
I'm staying out of the conversation. But Devin did actually do some research on the T-Mobile thing. He said it's a code of conduct thing for ad campaigns and other bulk senders, not for consumers. So, Devin, what I read, it didn't differentiate between bulk senders versus consumers, but it's totally likely. I could have been reading an article that was very biased. So, like I said, do your own homework.
Yeah.
I'm just going by what I heard and read. So
always don't be a filthy hooligan. Do your homework.
Which I love filthy hooligans. That was actually the cigar that I bought a box of those when my son was born, and I still have a bunch. So
these are good.
They're great cigars. Very good cigars. All right.
Just happened to see that over there and had an opportunity to use filthy hooligan in a sentence. So
I call my kids that all the time. They're Irish, so it works.
So I was telling you guys last week, and my cigars were out of reach, that I was in Nassau, and I went and did a class to roll cigars. So now I'm a professional cigar roller.
Those look great, by the way.
So this is the one I had the most help with. So that cigar there is the one I had the most help with. It is a little bit tighter of a roll. He did help me out, showing me what tension it is, and of course. The next ones, these are the two. These are the two I roll completely freehand, just myself.
Those are good cigars.
Now they haven't been cut down. They haven't been cut down to length yet. I mean, and they haven't been pressed in molds at all. They're literally just a freehand roll, no molds whatsoever. And all in all, they came out pretty good. I'm going to keep them for a bit, and I'll probably smoke them in the spring when I can set outside because they're so loosely packed because they're not as tight as they should be. I'm pretty sure that what usually takes me about a good 2 hours to smoke, it's going to be gone in a half hour.
About a 20-minute smoke. That's funny.
About a 20-minute smoke because the airflow and the draw on them is going to be so high that they're going to burn quick.
No, but the fact that you rolled it yourself, that's super
cool. Three. Yeah, those are my pride and joys at the moment. I mean, my kids are in there somewhere too. But yeah, these are my pride and joys at the moment. So there's my cigars.
That is awesome. So,
all right. What else news we got?
So, like I was saying, there's actually a lot of weird rules and it's almost the new year. So, of course, you have upcoming rules, regulations, laws.
Devin Ross, Snoop Dogg approved.
Exactly. And there are new rules and regulations, laws, things like that. They're going to be rolling out early the next month. So here's an interesting one that I thought was. I have a lot of questions. I'm not really sure how this is going to work. I think this is just something so that politicians can say, "Hey, look what we did." In the meantime, they didn't really do much. I'm not really sure how this is going to work, but let's check this out here. So there is apparently a new law that is going to take place in Ohio that regulates kids on social media platforms. And basically, it's saying if a child wants to make an account on any social media platform, this includes even like web forums, things like that. Any place where kids are going to have access to large groups of people, they need to get parental approval. And it's really weird, right? Because this is going to account for, I think, kids under 13. Under 16, under the age of 16. So
Under
a
16
lot of
is it.
kids. The weird thing is, though,
Yeah.
is the hoops that people are going to have to jump through in order to get a kid access to these accounts, right? So either the parent's going to have to provide proof of who they are.
This is the stupidest
It's
thing in the
so
world.
dumb.
You use the same day, you use the same month, and you just roll the age year back. Problem is solved.
But here's the thing: the parent providing proof that they give consent to their child to open an account. Right now, what kid between the age of 9 and adulthood asks their parent before they make a social media account? What kid is going in and saying, "Yeah, I'm only 13, so I'm going to tell the social media platform I'm only 13"? No, they go in and they create a full,
they're not stupid.
normal adult account.
Oh yeah.
This is completely on the honor system, and it's ridiculous. This is only so that Dave Yost can say, "Hey, look, I did something."
Yeah, Dave Yost. Anyway, so I got an invite on Facebook from one of my daughter's friends, who used to live right next door to us in Ohio.
Okay.
And you know what I did? I screenshot the thing and sent it to her dad.
Did her dad not know that she was on social media?
I don't know. He never replied back to me, and I'm like, I'm not accepting a freaking invite to this.
Right.
I post some stuff on there that's questionable for people my age, let alone somebody who's 12 or 13, or I don't know how old she is. How old's my daughter? She's 10, so 11, 12ish. No, they don't need to be seeing this stuff. Even if it's not. Let's see. We're going to call it charged energy.
Right.
To keep it really PG here. But no, just other things in general. Like you don't need to know about the Crimea War, the Lightning Brigade, or that's stuff they don't need to know about. And I post all kinds of crazy stuff.
Well, and it's not even stuff
and I share stuff that Kim Howard posts, which literally nobody
no kids should know any of that kind of stuff. But the funny thing is, it's not even stuff that you post that kids don't need to know about. You don't need to know about stuff that other people's kids are posting. So here's an interesting PSA that everybody out there needs to keep in mind at all times. Unless they're your kids, don't be friends with kids on the internet.
No.
Done deal.
Yeah, don't.
Done deal. That's it. That's all there is to it.
I'm friends with Noah.
You follow your own
a couple
kids.
of his, and my son is 19 now, and a couple of his friends have sent invites. I'm like, no.
Right.
No, thank you. No, indubitably, no.
Yeah, no. Be friends with your own kids.
I ain't doing it.
Be friends with your own kids so you can monitor what they post. And you know what? Other people's kids, guess what? They ain't your kids. Don't follow them. Whenever I see another kid,
my problem.
Whenever I see another kid out in public being a little shithead, I'll say it. Guess what I do about it? Nothing. Why?
Look at their parents and go, "Man, you suck."
Look, my answer is,
and they go, "What?" I'm like, "You as a parent, you suck."
I don't even say that. You know what my answer is? Ain't my kid. Not my problem. Ain't my kid.
Yeah.
So just in general, don't follow kids on the internet unless it's your kid. In the meantime, if your kid under 16 wants to start a social media page, they need parental approval to the individual, and it's to the individual social media company, right? So it's to
so TikTok, it's not one. Meta. You can't go to a registry.
No, it's it's each individual and every single one. Joke. And this is just an Ohio law. I have no idea how Meta or TikTok is going to be able to regulate this. It's ridiculous. And none of this is going to be executable by
none of this is
January 15th.
None of this is enforceable.
None of this is I think it's enforceable if they break the rules. I don't think it's executable.
How are you going to prove? How are you going to prove it? So here, let's take this a step
Well, but
further.
no, that's the thing. It actually
because there are some of us who would
but
just
it does
like
say
to
that, and it
watch the
does say in
world
here how
burn.
it's enforceable. It does actually.
Okay, no.
It outlines that.
Let's take us further,
Okay.
and let's say I create a account that says I'm 12, and I give myself permission as this false identity as 12. There is so much stuff that's not covered through this, is insane. Plus, there should be no law whatsoever governing how parents parent their kids.
Okay.
It's
right.
your kid to screw.
No, I agree. So here's how it's enforceable. They actually do outline this. So if a kid makes a fake account, the company can't be held liable. That's not even in question.
Like they're doing now.
The only way, right, like they're doing right now, exactly. The only way that a company can be held liable is if a parent actively goes to the company and says, you need to make sure this person, this child, doesn't have an account on your platform. However, if the child has a fake account and they give the wrong age statement, that's an out for the company. The only way the companies can be held liable, as the law is currently written, is if the child has a child's account and they give the correct birth date, and the parent still says, hey, take my child off your platform, and then the platform doesn't remove the child's account. Then the parent needs to go to the Attorney General, needs to go to Dave Yost and say, hey, Dave Yost, this is what happens.
Dave.
And then Dave Yost needs to, on an individual basis, prosecute pursue action against the platform on behalf of this one parent for this one child. So this is not going to be no action is going to be able to take place because of this. It's just a law to have a law to make it look like somebody did something. That is American bureaucracy.
Yeah. I accidentally stuck my finger down this dirty black hole and got all kinds of ash on myself. Yes, that was for everybody to laugh at.
I have no comments to that. I'm just gonna, I just wanted clean audio with nobody laughing, so I can pull that later and use that against you.
That's fine.
That's gonna be your new ringtone.
That's hilarious. No, I was just sitting here, literally, one of those absent-minded things. I'm sitting here going, man, do I need to clean that out? And like the idiot that I am, was like, boom, I'm not doing it again. But I did that time. And yes, it needs to be scrubbed a bit.
So yeah, I do actually clean my pipes that I use once a week. So
yeah, I've got the cleaners you sent me.
That's what I do.
Yeah, you need to get back on your channel, dude.
I do. I was just thinking about that. So actually,
you need to do it. Stop thinking about it. Fry me to the moon.
I know, right? So
make it happen.
I've actually gained like 500 subscribers since I've made my last video. It's crazy without doing anything at all. It literally
get back on it.
So that's organic growth right there.
Now you got 500 more. Yeah, now you got 500 more subscribers when that next video drops.
Well,
they're gonna be like, boom, man, I haven't seen him in forever. Click.
Well, you know what I mean.
And then you'll be able to re-engage.
So you know that people would just send me stuff, right? People would just send me companies and tobacco companies and people would just send me boxes of tobacco and pipes and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, I've been down there with all the cans and everything. Yeah,
I actually have a ton of unopened boxes over here that I've been saving, because what I'm going to do when I come back is I'm going to have a series where I just open these random boxes. I have no idea what's in there. I'm just going to open it up, see what's in there. I'm going to review whatever's in there, and that'll be the first few videos. But I got a ton of boxes I got to open. So yeah,
let's see it. Let's stop talking about it.
And Devin Ross, I'm not going to put your comment up on the screen.
So stick your finger in dirty black hole.
I got to talk over that because you guys.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
I mean, talk about a pipe, guys. Get your mind out of the gutter.
Hang on. What is happening here?
What's happening?
Got a weird error.
Oh, we probably got booted.
Hang on. Preview quit unexpectedly. I'm getting an error, but it doesn't say for what platform. I think we're still live on the internet, but I got a really weird error happening here.
I'm gonna put my hand up right now and put myself the peace sign, and I'm gonna time it. If I can see the peace sign on the screen, then we're still good. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, it paused. Oh, so that was hilarious, Fran. So I did the peace sign. I put it down, and then it glitched the whole time my hand was up. So I seen my hand start to go up, and then my hand come back down, but never actually got to say the peace sign. So let's see. That was over on Facebook. Let me take a look at YouTube. YouTube's did pretty good.
YouTube's all right. Yeah, I have no idea what that was about, but yeah, okay. So. David, last week we actually had a lot of fun playing with Meta's new generative image AI platform. So basically, for anybody who out there who knows about generative image production, it's an AI where you can just give a description of what kind of image you want, and AI will actually make a pretty good representation of what you requested. Some of the stuff that we asked it to make looked pretty good. So what we thought we'd do is we'd actually create a business using just AI. So we're going to ask AI what kind of business we should start based on these things. What we should name the business. We're then going to go in and have AI also create a logo for us. We're going to have it create a business plan for us. We're going to do all of this stuff on completely free platforms. So from conception of the idea all the way through completed business plan and logo, and even ads if we want to go that far. All made for free with AI. And we're going to show you exactly how to do it. What do you think, David? I think it sounds pretty fun.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's going to be good.
All right.
Yes, continue.
So, what are you clicking on over there? Yes, continue.
All the clickings.
All the clicks. He's got all the
clicks. So I've got Imagine, I've got ChatGPT drawn up. Now, I'm not going to share my screen, guys, because it would be a little too complicated.
Yep. So I'm going to share my screen. So I got ChatGPT pulled up here. So, all right, let's go ahead and ask ChatGPT, give us 10 business ideas for business ideas that we can start from home for the most lucrative products. I'm trying to think of a way to word this that is going to be simple for a GPT to follow.
That gives us the best return on investment.
Okay. 10. Give us 10 home business ideas.
For the highest, lowest investment, highest return. That's how we'll do it. Rerun. There we go.
All right.
Freelance writing.
That might be it. So, but I mentioned products, right? So I'm trying to think of it.
Okay, products.
It'll probably will give us some things like social media management or graphic designer, things like that. But I mentioned products specifically to see if we would spit back some things that are product related. So I said, give us 10 home business ideas for products with the highest return on investment. Let's see what it gives us. And let's assume that somebody
engage.
Yeah, let's assume that somebody they want to start a business, but they have no idea what they want to do. And you and I have talked to people like that. We're like, hey, what are your interests? So like, I don't know. I like to watch TV. That's not a business. What else do you like to do? Like, I don't know. We should do a whole show about every man needs a hobby, because there's a lot of people out there with just no hobbies, no interest in the world.
Actually, I own a thing called everyone got to have a hobby, or everyone's got to have a hobby, or something like that. I've got one that I was going to go around and just try different hobbies, but I don't have the time for something that involved.
Exactly. All right. So this isn't bad. It didn't give us specific examples, but we can ask it for specific examples.
Sustainable, eco-friendly products.
Let's go down. First one, handmade crafts and artwork.
Selling to hippies.
Handmade crafts and artwork.
Don't do that. If you want your hobby to pay you, if you want that hobby to cost you like a hobby, that's the business for you.
All right.
Nobody makes money doing that.
Okay, well, let's just run through these real quick. So handmade crafts and artwork, customized apparel and accessories, and a lot of these are going to be dependent on what your personal capabilities are, right? Like, you may not even have the ability to create handmade crafts, but maybe that's something you already kind of do, and you might think it's a good idea. And we'll go through why these might be good ideas or bad ideas. But it also does depend heavily on what you are actually even capable of doing in the first place. Like, I can't sit around and like knit. It's not what I do.
Have you seen the video of the girl calling it crotchet?
Crotchet? No.
She's going to Joann's or Johann's or whatever it's called, and she's in the car with her mom and her mom's video, and she keeps talking about her wanting to learn how to crotchet.
That's pretty funny.
Oh, I was dying. Every time I think about that, I'm funny. It's freaking hilarious.
Right. Customized apparel and accessories. Again, not something that
That's a good one.
All right.
That's a good one. I think you have the talent for that one, but you're not thinking about it fully. This is drop shipment, print on demand shirts that you can throw almost open source.
Fair enough.
graphics on
Fair enough.
that I think, I mean, so that's something that's something that we could do off this show instantly.
All right, fair enough.
And just in case that came up, I did find a company that will make 100 t-shirts in various sizes, one print, one collar, for $300.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all.
No, that's a freaking amazing deal for customized t-shirts. And you know that you could flip around and sell. So you're going to get them at I don't want to do the math in my head right now, but you're going to get them for $2-3 a unit, and you're about to turn around and sell them for anywhere between $18 to $20 a unit. So your return on investment, that's very high. And if you were this is not drop shipment, this is not print on demand shipment, this is you're buying them in bulk, which is going to give you your best margins.
Right, exactly. So when you actually are the distributor, your margins are much, much better. So we can also go into that. So natural, organic, and beauty products. I think everybody and their brother right now has some sort of a beard oil or face lotion out on the market right now, but it's still something you can easily make in bulk at home. So that is one idea. Home decor and furnishings. That's another one. Again, you can have things printed in bulk. You can have things produced. You can have things produced by a manufacturer in China, have it bulk sent to you, and you're the distributor. Subscription boxes. I think this is a little harder because you still have to source the content for the subscription box.
Yeah.
But that's another one that I think is pretty interesting. And you do see people doing that. There's a lot of people doing.
I do like.
So there's people who are like.
I do like.
There are people who are like fans of a specific genre. Like, we'll say, if you're a nerd, anime, right? I like Japanese cartoons. And there are people who will go and get like a bunch of different kinds of chips from Japan, snack foods, things like that. And here's your Japanese snack food box. Or dog treats. That's something I've actually thought about doing, is creating a subscription box for
something similar to BarkBox
products. Yeah, right. Exactly. Only much better, obviously, because it's Underdog.
Yeah, it's Underdog.
So
that's the best dog treats on the market.
So subscription box also isn't bad. Digital products or online courses. Look, there's a lot of scam online courses, but there's a lot of good ones, and this is something that.
Hey, I'm thinking about starting my own scam online course.
I'm actually in the process of producing I'm not going to call it a course, but a bundle of knowledge,
a program,
a bundle of knowledge that I'm going to make available on a subscription basis. So yeah, I'm actually in the process of making something like this, a digital product. And nice, David, what is your? Do you want to talk about what your course is going to be?
Oh no, I was talking bullshit.
But people do it all the time.
I got too much other things going to try to have yet another thing to do.
You know, David, we talked a long time ago about everybody should be a subject matter expert in something. Doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah.
You should be an expert at least one thing. And that's
I am an SME in bullshitting. That's kind of my sweet spot.
Look, do you really want me to create a market analysis of who would buy a course in how to bullshit properly from an actual good salesman? Like, there are people who would buy that course, David. There are people who would buy that course.
I'm good.
I'm telling you,
I'm good.
You could make money doing that. So, digital products.
Being financially successful has its perks, right?
Health and fitness products. Again, health and fitness, man. If you want to talk about supplements, guess what? The supplement market in the U.S. is almost 100% unregulated. Almost 100% unregulated.
There's just a few things. I mean, you could pick up almost anything, and you'll see on the bottles that says they'll say this hasn't been tested. This hasn't been tested or approved by the FBI.
That might be a different call. But yeah, supplement market.
Shit, now I'm on the radar of the FDA.
Here's the thing: you can actually go and you can buy bulk supplements. You can buy this stuff in bulk, dirt cheap. And people do it all the time. And they just literally repackage the exact same thing. A lot of times they don't even take it out of the packaging. They repackage it, mark the price up 10 times, and they sell it on their own website. This happens all the time. Health and fitness, tons of money there. And then if
we wait long enough, we'll be able to get West's own personal brand, a hot shot of protein.
Look, I'm telling you, it's delicious. You're going to love my hot shot of protein. It's a little spicy. It's a little spicy. That's why it's called hot shot of protein. But no, and then if you combine health and fitness with, let's say, digital products or online courses on how to lose belly fat or how to do this, that physically. I mean, people make a crap ton of money on health and fitness. Next one, number 8.
That's like 8 zeros.
It's a lot of zeros. Next one is smart home products. Let's see what it says about that. Explore the growing market of smart home devices. I don't think it's something you can really start from home. I think there's a lot of tech involved here. Are you seeing a
Okay,
different angle on
so
this, David?
look here. Here is what I would do. Here's if it were me, if I'm taking this is not a small investment. This is not a small. This I don't think small potatoes when it comes to this.
Okay.
So you know what RFID is, right?
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay. NFC, near field chips, right?
Yeah.
That's all works together. Let's say by UL requirements, and that's that little sticker there everybody sees, and that tag on their extension cords and all stuff says UL. It's Underwriters Laboratories. They have guidelines.
I mean that little tag that literally nobody reads. They just cut off because it's annoying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, that one. But it regulates what cannot be sold. It must be listed for the anyway. If we were to create an electrical outlet, even lighting and breakers, that where the stuff that you plug in, like a lamp, it plugs in, it has an RFID chip in it, and your receptacle has a near field chip. Well, what's plugged into it says, "Hey, I am a lamp. I'm going to use X amount of watts at 120 volts, and I'm going to go 0.06 amps or 0.6 amps or 1.2 amps." So what does this do for us? You ask. You're like, Dave, man, you're really off on a tangent. So you touched on something that really, so I'm a fire protection guy. So what I can do with that information is through a smart home system, say, if the amperage starts ramping up on my 1.6 amp, which is a really powerful lamp, by the way, my half amp lamp starts climbing, then I know something's wrong with that. And by my logic, I could say, shut it down. So I could be preventing house fires using home automation and stuff like that. So it's a long-term goal. It's definitely not something short-term, but that would be from a money standpoint, it's amazing. And more to me is the life safety aspect of it. Imagine if we could practically end electrically caused house fires. That's just
all right. So,
some people nerd out about Japanese anime. Some people nerd out about bourbon. I do nerd a little bit about bourbon, but fire protection and life safety, you will.
All right.
Every time.
So I asked for a different angle on smart home products. There you go. It's a thing. And something
that was
like
a hell of an angle.
You look, and something like that, we could talk about patenting something like that and having it manufactured overseas. It's totally possible. So there's smart products. Number 9 is pet products and accessories. We've already gone over how we could easily do that. Number 10.
Do you know anybody that has any pet products?
I don't know anybody who makes or sells any pet products. I don't know anybody who might go by the name of Underdog Plus. Go to underdogplus.com.
Underdog Plus peanut butter brew
for peanut butter brew buns, and I would say by the first week of the new year, I will have the other flavors available. So
excellent.
Look out for those. We'll talk more about those next time.
Excellent.
All right. Pet products and accessories is number 9. Number 10 is sustainable and eco-friendly products. And there's 100 different angles you could take there. But these are just the top 10 that AI suggested, right? Now, we can actually, what we're going to do after this is we're going to ask AI we're going to pick one, and we're going to ask AI to elaborate on that one and pick specific products or specific angles we can go into. And we're going to have AI choose all of this stuff for us. We're going to have it write a business plan for us, create a logo, and if we have time, we can even go into Canva and create ads that we can place on social media or anywhere around the web for ads. And we're going to do all this for free. We're going to show you exactly how to do this stuff. So, David, out of all of these, what do you think we need to explore?
Well, let's see here.
I'll go through them again real quick.
I'm looking at them here, but so I went ahead and done it again. And number 1 came up on my list over here is customized t-shirts and merchandise. It's something we can easily do and create and turn live by the end of the show, depending on how much bourbon we drink.
Oh, so you actually want to make this live, like create a shop and everything?
I say we make it live. I say put up a shop. Right. See what happens.
Okay, so
we'll put it under Devin's wife's name.
All right, so we're gonna go with customized apparel.
Her name is Drown Me. Her middle name is N. Her last name is Brownies.
Drown Me and Brownies. All right. So, by the way, I opened a new beer, which is the BrewDog Fake Empire Amber Ale, which is delicious. By the way, this is good stuff.
Is it an NA?
No, this is real. This is I don't know why it's called Fake Empire. It's 6.5% ABV.
Ooh, okay. Let me see it. I love it. Okay, you gotta stop sharing the screen so I can see it bigger here.
Got it. Hang on. It's all about priorities in the show.
This is the nerd. It's all about priorities. I want to see the beard. Let's see. Pay this man his money.
Yeah, Fake Empire
What are we doing?
from BrewDog. It's
Okay,
6.5% alcohol. So I don't know why it's called Fake Empire, but it's delicious. I like an amber ale.
Okay. Have you poured it in the glass yet?
I did. The head went down a little bit, but it's coming back since I poured some more in there. It's not. It's a healthy, healthy looking beer. Nice color, nice head, very tasty.
Yeah. Hold it up so we can see it.
I did, David. Watch your screen.
Oh, there we go. There's the delay.
You're watching on Facebook. No, watch on
wait a minute.
Skype.
There we go.
You have a
All right, now I'm on the Skype.
You have a live connection on Skype. Don't watch Facebook.
There we go.
Yep.
Well, I gotta watch Facebook for comments.
Fair enough.
So, all right, good. But my stupid self didn't do what I did last week, where I had them where I could just flip back and forth. So I got to click on them. Because,
first world problems.
Stupid.
First world problems.
Yeah. Yes. What I need to do is get another monitor. Actually, I can't reach, it's out of reach here, but my clip that I usually have for my iPad when I'm traveling, I need to get it over here so I can watch let the MacBook run the Skype stuff, and then the iPad run the comments and everything.
Yep. We both need multiple screens. But okay, so we're choosing customized apparel and accessories, focusing on print on demand t-shirts. Okay, so
I don't want to say print on demand. I just want to say t-shirts, because I want to ask it also which one was going to offer me the best return on my investment, because I'm going to be responsible for the shipping and handling of them if I bulk order, which gives me the opportunity to be a lot more flexible with the price and my costs.
All right.
It'll help keep my costs down, and I'll lower the amount of money I have to give away to somebody else.
Okay.
But print on demand takes a lot of work off of me.
All right. So you want to ask about the return on investment for print on demand versus buying in bulk.
Print on demand.
Is that what you're asking?
Versus. Yep.
Okay. Hang on. Let's see how to word this. Okay. What is the potential?
I just typed in t-shirt business.
You could sell t-shirts, but that's a whole different part of the internet. What is the potential ROI?
Holy crap, man. It did pretty good.
How did you word your question? Because we can't see your screen. That's why I'm trying to do this here where they can see my screen.
So I know so you can see it, but I want to just pull it up here real quick. Print on demand versus buy in bulk t-shirt business.
Okay.
Okay, so it does point out that on the POD that you're going to have a lower profit margins and limited custabilities. Bulk t-shirts got a cost savings, greater customization, wholesale opportunities, but you have a higher initial investment, storage challenges, and in limited designs. That's not going to be the thing. The limited designs is not what's going to hold us up here.
Did yours also give me the list of pros and cons?
Yeah, it gave me the list of pros and cons.
All right, so we have a list of pros and cons of the.
Your pros and cons are different.
Right, because I asked the question differently.
Holy crap! Nice.
Because I asked the question differently, and that's the great thing about these generative AIs is you can ask the same question different times. It'll give you a different answer based on the context of the conversation. So let's see. Yeah, print on demand. Let's see. So yeah, basically speaking, with print on demand, you're going to have a lower overhead, but you're going to see a lower margin, right? With buying in bulk, higher upfront cost, but you're going to have a much higher margin, significantly higher margin. So, David, which do we want to explore, buying in bulk or print on demand?
So,
how much money
if we were to set this,
because here's the thing.
So that's what I'm thinking.
Because when we talked about, because this episode is all about doing everything for free upfront, right?
Yeah. Okay. So I say we go, and this is how, if someone was out there tonight watching and going, "Hey, these guys are drunk, but I want to listen to them." You've
I'm not
made your
drunk
first mistake there.
Yet is the operative word.
Yet. That's John Wayne out of McClintock. I ain't drunk yet. Anyway, best John Wayne movie ever is McClintock, and I will fight people for that. Anyway,
it's the Genghis Khan movie.
If you were starting to, man, people do not like that movie. They do not like him as Genghis Khan. So it was no. Anyway,
John Wayne made a great Mongol. That's all I got to say.
So, okay, Clint Eastwood. I know he watches all the time.
Clint
Clint
Eastwood. I was
Eastwood.
thinking John Wayne. I apologize.
I need you to no. This is a completely different. This is a tangent. This is a guy that usually sits on the back couch, really off the wall tangent. But I think Clint Eastwood needs to make one more movie, and it needs to be a remake of The Shootist, which was John Wayne's last movie. And let's face it, Clint Eastwood is the last real Western guy out there.
Clint Eastwood is 112 years old. Clint Eastwood is 112 years old. He looks like Joe Biden.
I want to see it.
He looks like I'm not. It's not political. He looks like Joe Biden now. It's okay. Remember the scene in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade where the guy drinks out of the wrong.
Oh yeah, then he shrivels up.
That's Clint Eastwood.
Melty face.
He turns into Johnny. Yeah. He turns into Clint Eastwood.
Okay. But anyway, I think that'd be a great thing. But back to this, we were talking. And so if you're, let's say you're drunk too, and you're like, hey, I think we should do this. Well, I would say the goal should be to start with POD, the print on demand, and grow into the other. That way you can highly control your expenditures up front. And then as you start realizing profits, then you can invest in something that grows your margin.
Right.
So if I were to do it, if I were to start it myself, I would start with POD with the goal of I always put a goal of 12 to 18 months on something like this, 12 to 18 months to have enough to move out to expand my margins. Statement of cash flows, margins, revenue. Those are my three things I'm looking for.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. I think that, and we're going to get into that. But first, Locke joins the show. How's it going, buddy?
Good.
Hey, how was your Christmas?
Locke, what are you drinking tonight?
Good.
What do you have? Did you bring a drink?
No.
He didn't bring a drink. Hey, what do you have here?
Ugh.
He wanted to show something special.
I have my Pokemon.
He wanted to show his Pokemon cards. He got some great Pokemon cards.
Dad.
Dude, that's a book.
You got a whole book of Pokemon
Open
cards.
the first page.
It's like War and
Some
Peace there,
amazing
man.
Pokemon cards here. You guys see, this old book
Okay.
is going to be full anytime now.
Yeah.
And he has some amazing cards.
Okay. So tell us about them. Let me move over to the other screen so I can see you in real time.
Tell them about the cards.
There we go. So what's your coolest card? What's the coolest? Because I don't know. I don't know Pokemon at all.
Heracross. So he has a Heracross.
Do you have a Charizard? You have a foil Charizard? That's a thing, right?
Yet. He does have a Heracross with 22,000 health on it, which is pretty amazing. He's pretty proud of that one.
That's like a lot of health, right?
That's a lot. Most of them are in the low hundreds. This one's 22,000.
Oh wow, it's got 22,000. Okay. So how many hit points do you hit for? What's an average Pokemon damage roll?
Well,
and do you roll? Is there dice?
Not really. So the damage is going to vary. I mean, some of them are really low. Some are like 90. Some are 180.
Some of them do a few damage coins.
And they have different effects.
But 22,000, that's a lot.
And different ones have different attack parameters also, right?
Uh-huh.
So they'll have like different status effects they'll take and different strengths and weaknesses and things like that. It's a pretty elaborate game.
Yeah, they also have Mew.
He has Mew. He has a bunch of Mewtwo's.
Darkrai.
He's got some good ones.
Mewtwo is Pokemon number 150.
So yeah, that is David knows his Pokemon.
No, I learned that. There was my cousin Ricky. He was big into Pokemon, and I don't remember what, but somebody said it one time, and my mind works weird like this. It picks up certain things as like, you know what? You need to learn that and understand it and know it forever. And then it's always freaking there.
It's always there.
So I know that Mewtwo is Pokemon number 150.
There you go.
And that's it. That's all I know about Pokemon.
It's the Generation 1, number 150.
And I also have quite a few EXs.
He has a lot of EX cards. He has some X cards.
Oh, yes, EX.
He's got some good ones.
You got to watch out for the
X's. These are great cards. He's really proud of these.
Yeah.
So,
I've got Magic the Gathering cards upstairs.
Sure.
I've got one really good deck up there.
His...
And I don't know anything about them. I played again. My cousin built a deck for me. I went and played in the Vintage World Championships over in Indianapolis, and I think I ended up 16th.
That's not bad.
After everybody else dropped. I mean, there were hundreds, maybe well over 1,000 people there. I came in 16th.
That's not bad at all.
So, No,
Pretty good.
I had no idea what I was doing. I sat down with this sheet of paper that went through the stages, and people were like, "What the hell is going on?" I'm like, "Dude, I don't know. I just know when you do this, I've got to do that. That's it."
You get good
And
nerd cred.
if somebody was to sit down and try to play now, they'd be like, "Dude, what's wrong with you?"
Look, you got some nerd cred. It works.
Yes.
So yeah, here's
A little
here's
bit.
one of his Mewtwo's. You got a great collection here, buddy.
They have a Mewtwo X.
Yeah. All right, so we're not going to go through all of
So
these.
is that like a Super
But these are
Mewtwo?
really awesome cards, Locke. I'm really proud of you for.
I have a very big amount.
He's a lot of power-ups.
Yeah.
He's got.
Are there any
trainer
goblins? I have a
cards.
goblin
Yeah.
deck.
He's got a bunch. This is only a small percentage of the cards that he has.
Yeah, I have more than like
So-
400.
He probably has closer to 600
What?
altogether. He's got a lot of cards.
That's a lot of
Got a lot of
cards, man.
Some of my cousins gave me them.
Yeah, his cousin Shane gave him a
Okay.
bunch. He's got some good ones here.
I've got a lot.
Awesome. So happy for you, buddy.
Nice.
All right. Well, say goodnight,
Yeah.
David.
That's good stuff.
Bye,
Keep,
David.
keep a hold of those.
Mwah.
Keep a hold of those and never get rid of them. You'll be able to retire early. And good night, Lachlan. Next time we see you downstairs, I expect you to have a drink in your hand.
See you tomorrow with more.
He won't be here tomorrow.
Oh.
Next week. Next week. you can say hi to him.
Possibly
All right. It's possibly next
Tuesday.
week.
Tuesday.
All right.
I got a meeting at a place in Lewis Center.
Yeah. So
Next
we'll talk about all that stuff. But anyway, yeah. So that's
Later.
Locke and his Pokemon cards. He's pretty proud of that stuff.
Locke, ladies and gentlemen, Locke and his Pokemon cards. Now, back to what we were discussing is to start off with a POD and then migrate into grow into the bulk ordering.
Okay. So here's what we're gonna do now. Here's what we can do.
So we're gonna start a POD tonight.
We are going to tell ChatGPT.
Underdog Sharks.
We're going to tell. Well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to tell ChatGPT, acting as the CEO of this company, write a full business plan about how to get this print-on-demand company up and running, with the expectation that we will eventually get into bulk orders.
Bulk order.
Yep. All right.
Bulk product order. Okay.
Okay. So, acting.
Oh, there we go.
And dead air while I'm typing. I can't type and speak.
I was sitting here thinking, it's like, should I be talking?
Yeah, acting as CEO
I
of
should
this
probably be
company,
talking.
write a.
Yeah, I was just trying to situate my leg. I don't know. I got it all whopper jawed here. Well, I know we make this look glamorous from this side of the camera in, but if you were here looking out, you're like, holy crap, I'd be claustrophobic because I got tables and computers, tables over here, a microphone with a boom over here. I got a camera right in front of me. There's a lot. There's a lot right here. All kinds right there. I'm sorry. I'm just jibber jabbering now. It's filling the dead air for West. Oh, man. So I moved on to the Weller. And I'll tell you, this is something that's easy to identify is Weller. A good weeded bourbon, man. Right on the nose, you can get it. Are you there yet?
Yeah, 1 second.
Don't rush me. It takes time. All the ladies out there just laughed. All the guys are like, I've heard that before. Oh, I just dropped my coaster. I'm going to have to go to my backup coaster. This is a coaster from Hofbrauhaus in Germany.
So what I'm asking now is acting.
Oh, good. Now you're
acting
ready.
as CEO of this company, write a comprehensive business plan for a print-on-demand T-shirt company, with the expectation of eventually growing into bulk ordering our product for individual distribution.
Excellent.
Right. So here's what it's going to do. It didn't come up with the company name yet because we're going to ask that next, but it's actually going.
Devin, if you're not following along at home and starting a print-on-demand T-shirt business right now, I'll be very disappointed in you.
Look, this is super, super easy, and we're actually going to show you how to even come up with the designs. We'll make some designs here on the show, and we can do it all for free. All right, so here's what it produced for us. Now, it didn't. We don't have a company name yet. We're going to get that next. Business plan, company name, and it called it just Empower Prints, whatever. And we can ask. We're going to get a different name here in a minute. Company name, Empower Prints, and this is actually a business plan that you can print up. And have or at least keep on file that you then give to potential investors or partners that you want to bring into the company later. It gave us a mission statement, and each one of these sections we can actually have it.
Don't bring on investors. Don't bring on investors. There's no reason to give up part of your business for this because you're getting it. I
Right.
mean, we're literally showing you how to do this for free.
And that's a different conversation.
Now, wait a minute. Shouldn't we have charged people to watch this show and broke it up into 15 different segments over the course of a year? That's what all these other assholes are out here doing for you, and we're giving it to you for free.
Look, and that's the thing. We potentially could have made this into an online course and created ads and said we could have had ChatGPT tell us to make this online course, had ChatGPT make the online course for us, and we could have literally just sold the course that this thing made for us.
Course to do what we're going to show you. But there are people out there. You'll see that, how to, here's how I make $10,000 a month in passive income.
First of all, nobody's doing that.
Just pay us. Just pay us. $150 a month for 5 years, and at the end of it, you'll be able to make $1,000.
Exactly.
That's found money. So no, we're showing you guys, everybody, literally something you could start tonight.
Right.
Tonight. Now it's going to be your responsibility, and we're going to show you some of that too, of how to market and push this stuff out to the populace. But this is it. If you're not following along, that's your fault.
Well, you can always go back and rewatch the episode, but I'm telling you, all this information is the information you need to start your business, and it's all free, professionally done and free. So, mission statement.
Oh, we just got an email from Ohio State. You said the information,
we just got a cease and desist letter because I used the word "the." Now, if we were talking about sports and I said the football thing of this other state, then they would probably,
that is just so you guys know, that's about as much sports as West knows.
That's the limit of my
the football
thing with the guys running with the ridiculous ball. Yeah, it's
he calls all the time go sports ball.
Yeah, I'm a sports guy, you can tell. But every one of these parts, you can actually have it go in and rewrite also. So don't feel like you can say, hey, rewrite the mission statement to elaborate X, Y, and Z things that you want to do, right?
So here's how I use it, just so you guys know. This is how I use this to help me sculpt.
Oh yeah, you can use this as just a shell, and frankly, you should use this as a shell. You should actually go back in and adjust this to the way that you want.
Yeah. So there's a lot of times I'll take this, I'll copy it out, and I'll paste it on a blank Word doc, and then I'll start pulling parts out because certain parts of it work better. Let's say here's a mission statement. And there's a business description and the overview and all these things. I will ask ChatGPT and say, hey, give me this in detail for this. And then I'll plug some of the wording that I liked from other segments into the question. And it will develop something that's a lot more comprehensive to what I'm trying to get, what I'm trying to sculpt. Because, I'm a bullshitter, but sometimes I like to actually sound like I know what I'm talking about. So sometimes I need to have something that's a little more refined and not quite so smoke a bourbon, drink some cigars, and shake my hand and make a deal. So sometimes I need something that looks a little more professional, and I do use it. So it's a very good tool. And I'm like all the time, I'm like, please reference New York Times.
But you should actually consider this a shell for what you want, though. Like, don't consider this to be the final end all be all of what a business plan is. Actually go in and you can even ask it to rewrite things for you, or say, hey, rewrite it with this information involved, or that X, Y, and Z points in this section. So you
can put it in there. Now, I just completely lost what I was going to say. Yeah, well, I'll drink bourbon and move on.
There you go. So it has the mission statement, which it's fine for now. It's a placeholder. Business description. It goes into products and services, and you can actually, you should actually have it rewrite some of this also. Print-on-demand T-shirts, customization platforms, quality assurance.
But for our purposes tonight, it's the best business plan I've ever seen.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Target market. Yeah. Now, I think we actually should go back in and ask it a little bit more about the demographics we're going to go after. But look, 18 to 35. Overall, it's not a bad place to start.
Terrible. Okay. I love it. I love when people, and I get this. The 18 to 35 market.
It's very generic.
I'm sorry, the what market? There's no such thing as the 18 to 35 market. And any marketing agency out there that tells you we're going to hit the 18 to 35 market, fire them immediately. Come talk to us.
Right. So
we are going to do better for you drunk on the phone than whatever the hell these people were going to.
And I was going to say it a little nicer. I was going to say it's not a bad start.
I'm not going to be nice.
I was going to be a little nicer. I was going to say it's not a bad start, but you should actually absolutely have it rewrite this whole section. And we can actually...
It's not a bad start, but throw all this shit away and start over.
Right. Basically. So all the stuff that that your boss would say to you normally when they're trying to be nice. Yeah, I don't hate
Yeah.
what you're doing here, but I want you to redo all of it. All right.
Yeah, I don't hate what you're doing. You've really achieved a completion of things that are irrelevant and absolutely useless to us.
Yeah, that thing you've been working on for 6 months, it's a great start. How about you just throw all that away and start over again with this thing?
Yeah, and do it right. And
but it also goes into, as part of
oh,
the business plan, marketing and sales strategy. Again,
I
all
do
of this
like
should be
that.
elaborated on and adjusted quite a bit, I think. Online presence, it's not, again, not a bad start, but it could be a lot more specific. So e-commerce
Yeah.
platform, social media marketing, influencer collaboration.
I like the fact that it had influence collaboration on it. I mean, and knowing, so just from our standpoint,
Standpoint?
just from our standpoint, and we're trying to say, hey, we want to get into this for next to zero. So we're going to coin a new term tonight, a new term. We're not looking for the massive influencer. We're not even looking for the micro influencer. We're going to look for the nano influencer, the guy that can be bought with a T-shirt. That's what we want.
Which is funny. You'd be surprised what people will do for a free T-shirt.
I've been to spring breaks. Yes, I know what they do for a T-shirt.
I've seen fist fights break out for a T-shirt at conventions. You ever been to the Arnold Expo, David?
No, I have not.
You get a bunch of roided up dudes who missed a morning protein shake, all in one confined space, and there's one booth throwing T-shirts out into the crowd. I've literally seen fist fights at that thing break out over the T-shirt.
The last time I was in Columbus, I went to a Columbus Blue Jackets game. And I don't know if you've ever been there. Hockey's the best sport to watch live. There is nothing else like it since the Roman gladiators. Okay, there's not been a sport to watch live that rivals even close. Well, rugby's gonna be close, but hockey still beats.
Okay.
Yeah, hockey still beats it. But anyway, in the Nationwide Arena, they fly around this blimp. And it drops things down, and they shoot the cannon T-shirts, and they throw them all everybody, and everybody stands up, turns around, and is waving and screaming, and I'm like, I'm sitting down here. Let's just say one gets near me, just near me. At best, I'm gonna get a free Papa John's pizza.
There you go.
A free Papa John's cheese pizza.
Is it worth getting in a fight over?
Is it worth taking an elbow to the jaw and even pay? So I'm gonna get I have a chance at the best prize they have.
A pizza.
The best prize they have is a free medium cheese pizza from Papa John's.
Right.
The copay on an ER visit is somebody just not even trying to be mean, swings their arm and takes my, and cracks my, what's it called? This zygomatic arch right here.
Not worth it.
No, I'm going to sit down. I'm going to drink my booze or whatever it is. I'm going to eat my $13 hot dog and my $27 nachos and just let you guys battle it out. No, thank you.
Cheer for blood in the arena like you should.
Yes.
All right, so this next one I do actually, I like that it's here, but I would still have it elaborate on some things, which is customer engagement, which is also different from online presence or marketing. So it's actually part of marketing, but it's different from online presence. So customer engagement, newsletter, loyalty programs. I love a loyalty program, and I could do a whole show, and I could do a whole series of shows on loyalty programs. User-generated content also.
Hey, hold on a second. My 10-year-old daughter here. No table dancing in the house. She's literally, the coffee table's moved over because it's Christmas time and whatnot. Is moved over here behind the couch. Can't see it, and she's wearing this. I don't even know what it is. It's a blanket hoodie dress. I don't know. It's big. It's a big thing that's got all kinds of clouds and stuff on it. And she's up on this thing, just goofing off, trying to get my attention to distract me. And apparently it worked. So good for you.
Mission accomplished.
But mission accomplished.
All right.
It's good. Anyway, all right, moving on.
So loyalty programs are huge.
Yes.
And you know what? You could even tie this T-shirt idea in with other ideas that ChatGPT gave us, like a subscription thing. Imagine a T-shirt subscription. Think about that. If you had a specific genre of T-shirts that you make, or niche of designs of T-shirts that you make, and you had a subscription plan, or a box that you send a T-shirt, but you also include these random things. Let's say, let's say you're a cigar fan, and you make cigar-oriented designs on T-shirts, and included in the box, you could have a customized box of matches, You can't mail that. Don't tell people you're mailing that. You could include a cutter, a customized cutter. You could include X, Y, and Z cigar type paraphernalia, and you can mix and match these ideas too. So interesting stuff. But user generated content, that's another one that not a lot of people consider. Basically, what that is when you send your product to a customer or an influencer of some sort, hey, get them to have a photo or write a review or anything that you can share that they wrote that provides social proof of somebody else liking your product, not just you or your friends and family. That is user-generated content that you can then share out. So I love the fact that this is in here.
Yeah, that's really, really good. The subscription side of it is I mean, there's a lot there, and then the user generated content that I want to say gold, but I actually think it might be worth a little bit more than gold.
We should do a whole show.
We should
do a whole
not
show
really,
on any one of these parts, but user generated content could easily be a whole show on its own.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Next is sales growth strategy. David, you would obviously be the kind of person who'd want to elaborate a lot more on this, but again, I'm glad this is in here.
Yeah.
This is part of the business plan that ChatGPT made us literally at the drop of a hat. So
I like even better that the sales growth strategy comes after the marketing stuff in the in the outline that it's given us here. If I try to, let's say Wes goes and creates a marketing campaign about core homegrown values of middle America, right? He's really driving home the cornbread Bible shotgun enthusiast market in his marketing campaign.
Sure.
It's definitely out there. That's just in case you guys are wondering, that's the bare minimum you should accept for 18 to 35. But if I go and I'm trying to sell, like my growth strategy is I'm selling this in strip clubs, that doesn't work.
No.
It doesn't work. The two things aren't aligned. The funnels are going to be offset. Am I going to catch one or two here and there? Yeah, I'm going to get lucky, blind squirrel and all. But if I see what the marketing campaign is, then I know where to spend my time. There's a graph. I love to use this graph. It's a simple rectangle. And at the bottom is the percentage down here that are going to do next to nothing. And up at the top is the people that are going to do everything. Anything that comes out from this company, they're buying. These people down here aren't going to buy it unless they absolutely have to. I'm not going to spend my dollars as a salesman in this box or the one at the top. I'm not spending my time up here. Why would I do that? They're buying it anyway. I'm not going to spend my time down here. Why am I going to do this? I'm going to spend $1,000 to make 10. No, I want to go right outside of that box. Actually, I want to go out right side of the top box. And on that arc, as it comes down, I'm going to start working down that arc. And that's where I'm going to be. But if that box is not in the right spot, like Bible carrying shotgun enthusiasts from Kansas versus strip club manager in Manhattan, a little bit of difference.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be able to make that sell.
So, and
I mean, I'm probably gonna get a couple.
So that's sales and growth strategy. And, that should be a whole show on its own too.
Yeah, it could. I mean, we can ramble about it all the time because, I mean, it's not, the great thing about sales is nothing's definitive. You're going to find a sale somewhere. If you're doing it, you're going to find a sale everywhere. It's just a matter of, I would rather spend an hour and get 100 sales as opposed to spend 10 hours and get one sale.
There you go.
So return on investment, my investment being time.
Right. Exactly. So this next section is a great example of why it's awesome to have ChatGPT create this shell of a business plan for you, because it's going to provide ideas that you probably hadn't considered, right? So somebody who wants to start a free print-on-demand business who says, I eventually want to get into bulk sales. I'm not quite there yet, but I want to have that on the roadmap. Well, guess what? Here's where it mentions operations and technology, right? So you need to eventually consider, at least keep it in the back of your mind, technology, fulfillment opportunities, right? Because with print on demand, you're going to have potentially a website where the stuff is for sale, but the print on demand company is actually going to fulfill the order. Now, when you bring your when you buy in bulk and you actually have to mail these things out yourself, that's fulfillment. That means you're going to have actually have the printer that prints the shipping labels. You're going to have all the packaging,
ship.
the packaging,
The time,
right, all
to
of the stuff
package and
involved
ship.
in actually fulfilling the order. And look, I'll tell you firsthand with Underdog Bones, Underdog Plus. Go to underdogplus.com for the best dog treats in the world. I'll tell you firsthand, fulfillment of orders is very time consuming, and it can be expensive to ship those orders. Shipping and handling is no joke. So keep.
That's why I like when I order things from West. I'll order it. It's like, do not ship. I'll pick up.
I prefer that too because it saves me money on all of the extras,
and it gives you a bit more margin.
Exactly.
And anybody, and if you have a friend that asks for a discount, that's not your friend. Kick them in the shit and move on.
Yeah, friends pay full price.
Friends don't ask friends to give discounts.
Offer free stuff to your friends, but if they're real friends, they'll turn down the offer and they'll pay for it in full.
Yeah, we pay for it.
All right,
we pay
so
in full, and we spread the good word.
Exactly.
Okay.
Even though they don't leave reviews on the website or on Google like you asked them. All right. So next is website and IT infrastructure. So again, things you haven't considered, but Shopify is a thing. It's not free, but it's amazing. There are free options out there that we can get into. And then there is financial projections. That's something you hadn't considered, because guess what? You're going to have to pay taxes. And if you want this to be a full-time business, you need to figure out how many t-shirts you need to sell to make what margins you need to pay your bills next month. There's a lot to consider. So financial projections. Now, this is very bare bones, but it's a start. Like I said, it's a shell, and you need to do some more research. ChatGPT can't give you all the answers, but this is a great way to put these questions in front of you that let you know where you need to start looking for what answers, right? So financial projections, I'm glad that's in here. It does need some.
I got real quiet because I happened to look at the clock and be like, David, you've got to stop interrupting me. It's an hour and a half into this, and we've got a lot to go.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be rude when I cut you off a little bit, but yeah, there's a lot to go through. And again, this is all for free. So look, it's great information.
Yep.
And then there is the risk analysis. Again, it's very bare bones, and especially if you're doing print on demand, it's very, 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 very ridiculously low risk. So there shouldn't be a lot here if you're doing it right. But in general, this business plan, let's say hypothetically we love this business plan. This is a great business plan. We love it as is.
Perfect.
Let's say, okay, we're going to ask ChatGPT now, give us 10 potential names for this business. David, do we have a niche that we'd like to go into with these t-shirt designs? What?
All right.
Let's say cigars. Beer? Internet podcasting.
Can we do? No, I don't think internet podcasting. Okay, so all right, so I am in straight up the ancient Greek. I mean, literally, my new book is a battle between. Stoicism is huge right now. It's big. Everybody across the board, everywhere. But I would say either ancient Rome, the Greeks, or the classics. Let's just say the classics. Let's put it between the classics, cigars. You know what? Cigars win. Let's go.
Okay, so I'm going to say now, create 10 business names for this business oriented around
cigars and bourbon.
Oh, okay. For this business, okay. For this, keep print on demand t-shirts. So it doesn't think we're starting a bourbon business. Yeah, and that's the thing. You need to be kind of specific. Be very specific with your questions. But it will give you great answers if you are very specific. Okay, so give it now. Create 10, not names. Okay, create 10 names for this print-on-demand t-shirt business oriented around cigars and bourbon. Okay. Let's see. It gave us Cigar Craft Couture, Bourbon Blend Boutique, Smolder Style Studios, Barrel Threads Express, Stogie Chic Prints, Bourbon Craft Apparel, Cask Couture Creations, Smoky Stitch Studios, Bourbon Leaf Prints, Ash and Barrel Threads. I like Ash and Barrel. Ash and Barrel's a pretty cool name.
Okay, so that's the one that my eyes immediately went to. But I'm going to give you one that I came up with myself. As I was sitting here trying to type, and I was like, one came to my head, and I'm like, I like that. So I'm going to challenge it against what ChatGPT came up with. Bespoke Leaf.
Bespoke Leaf is another good one.
Yes. So Bespoke Leaf, I like it, but I actually like Ash and Barrel Threads better.
Ash and Barrels, I think we should get ashandbarrel.com because that's a pretty cool name. We might actually want to do this. All right, you look up ashandbarrel.com, see if it's taken.
On it.
Okay, so we're gonna go with Ash and Barrel. Do we want to keep Threads or not? Just Ash. I think just Ash and Barrel.
I think Threads.
Ash and Barrel Threads.
Well, I mean, let's see. I would say it all depends on what the domain is.
Okay. Look that up now. So David and I always have GoDaddy pulled up at all times just to buy a random URL we think of.
Yeah, it's ready. Oh my God, I've got to update my payment information over there. So it's taken.
Ash and Barrel is taken.
Ash and Barrel.
We do Ash and Barrel Threads, Ash and Barrel Studio, Ash and Barrel Apparel.
Ash and Barrel Apparel. That's good.
All right.
Holy shit! All of a sudden, I forgot how to spell.
Well, it's all that bourbon, is what it is.
Apparently, that's not what I want to spell.
Ash and Barrel,
so
apparently.
Bad.
So that's a pretty cool name. I got to find out what website is on ashandbarrel.com right now. But Ash and Barrel Apparel could be a pretty cool one. If it's available. Anybody watching and listening live, don't steal that from us. We'll come and get you.
Or, actually, we would be absolutely thrilled
if you had it already.
If you stole it
and started a business
and jumped on it and just went and started a business and did well. True. We would be cockahoo.
Cockahoo. We would totally be cockahoo. I don't know what that means. It sounds dirty.
It's no, it's old.
I think that's an OnlyFans page in Germany.
Oh shit! There we go. Where are we at?
Ash and Barrel Apparel. He's looking it up.
.com. There we go. Okay. It is available.
Oh, okay.
And I got to tell you, it does not look good in the search. In a search bar.
It doesn't look good.
In a navigating bar, I'm looking at it. ashandbarrelapparel.com.
Okay, how about just Ash Barrel? Ash Barrel.
Let's see what happens if we come up with what it actually said there. Ash and Barrel Threads.
Ash and Barrel Threads. See if it looks better. Because that doesn't actually make a big difference.
So the barrel apparel together.
Yeah, that'd be weird.
Would make people. It's hard in your brain as you're trying to separate those words. Right? It's tough. So Ash and Barrel Threads does look good, and it is available.
Okay, you gonna pick it up?
I might. Right. I don't know.
Think about it. Okay.
Because I've got to do some. I got to do all kinds of updating on my GoDaddy account anyway. So.
All right. So we have.
I'll grab it.
Yeah, grab it later. All right. So we have our business plan for Ash and Barrel Threads. We have the pros and cons of print on demand versus buying in bulk. Had we actually spent the time to go in, we would have developed a much better target market, better customer avatar, which we've talked a lot about. That is right here in the target market. We would have developed all this information in much more depth. But we have a business plan, a working business plan. We have a great company name. We have a URL. Now, let's go in. Let's have AI create us a logo, right? Okay, so we're on imagine.meta.com. If you have a Facebook account, this is free. This is free for you. But we're going to go in and say, create a logo. A logo for a print-on-demand t-shirt company oriented around cigars and bourbon. Let's say, we're going to keep it simple. Create a logo with cigars and bourbon. See what it comes up with. All right. Because the great thing is, if you don't like what it gives you, you can always retype your request and refine what you're really looking for. And you really should. At first glance, this isn't bad. Now look, here's the interesting thing. It doesn't do text very well. So what you want to do is, and we'll show you how to get around that. We'll show you how to do this also for free. Take the design it gives you and make updates to it. Add your own text, add your own initials, things like that. These aren't bad. I don't consider these logos necessarily because it's image based. Your logo should be very vector. Two colors, simple designs. Let's say create a simple logo.
Vector. You want to walk them through that?
Yeah. So a vector design is basically it's okay. Here, we'll go back to this. You see how this cigar right here is? It looks like a real cigar. It has shading. It has gradation. The bourbon behind it has colors. Your logo should be just as legible in complete black and white, no grays, just black and white, two colors. And it should be visible whether it's a 1/4 of an inch high or 3 feet wide on a billboard. It needs to be very, very simple, graphical. It can't have.
All right, we own ashandbarrelthreads.com.
Wow, awesome. All right, so I reworded the request here. Create a simple vector logo with cigars and bourbon, and let's see what it comes up with.
Ooh, I like that. Sorry, where are we?
And it may understand the request, it may not. Sometimes it just doesn't get it. All right. That's not bad. That's not bad. It needs some work, but it's not bad. It's not the end of the world. I don't know what's happening here. And here's the interesting thing about AI. Again, it doesn't do text well. This is nonsense. And some of the imagery in here is just
Fardum.
None of that makes sense.
So that's an ashtray for the elves. That sounds like not elves, dwarves. That's very dwarvish.
Okay. Let's maybe go back to ChatGPT and ask it to create a prompt to develop a logo for us. Right? Okay.
Ooh, look at that.
Okay. So.
And I want before people go, how to say this? Okay, David West, this is cheating. This is not cheating. This is using the tools that are available to you. That's what this is. Mm-hmm. New York Times, it's the tools that are available to us. Stop your pissing and moaning.
Exactly.
So use the tools. And this is an amazing tool. And understanding that you can keep going back. And can you scroll all the way up on your ChatGPT page?
All the way up? Yeah. All the way to the very top?
I'm on right. Yeah, just scroll up to the top because I'm going to look over to the that's all the way to the top?
Yes.
Okay.
What are you looking
so what you'll notice is as long as we stay within this first request and continue to build upon it, mm-hmm. ChatGPT knows that this is the context of the series of questioning that we are asking. So it's not going to pull something way out of left field. It's going to reference back to what questions we have asked it previously in this series of questioning and what replies that it has given us as well.
Right. So when you create an account with OpenAI for ChatGPT, you can create multiple conversations with ChatGPT. And for each conversation, it can have completely different context. And as long as you're within that conversation, ChatGPT will remember what you were talking about. So yeah, you're totally right.
So over on mine, you can't see it on your screen, but over on mine, I've got every conversation I've had with ChatGPT over in the left-hand column. And I'm able to say, hey, I want to go back to this and I want to talk about it I want to talk about this again. $100 to $100 or to $1 million strategies. I've gotten it because it's going to give me pointers in certain things. Guitar tab for Master of Puppets. And it actually, that was a joke, but it actually pulled out the guitar tab for Master of Puppets.
So what kind of aesthetic do we want this to have? We want it to have a clean,
all right, here we go.
Masculine aesthetic?
Yeah.
Classic.
Classy. So we are going to blend Andrew Tate with Jordan Peterson. That's what we want.
I'm not sure Andrew Tate or Jordan Peterson.
Tell me that's not perfect. We want
I'm not sure.
I want the refinement of Jordan Peterson, but the masculinity and power that Andrew Tate brings in. That is a cigar and bourbon channel right there. Although I don't think either one of those drink.
I'm just gonna say keep a clean, classic masculine aesthetic.
Okay.
Let's see what it comes up.
I like my reference better.
I get it. All right. And sometimes ChatGPT doesn't understand what you're asking.
Again, well, it's not a matter of understanding. It is.
Well, here's the interesting thing, though. Is okay. Here's what I asked. Now,
you know what? Just copy all that, put it in there.
Well, you can't provide that much text. But okay, so here's the thing. So I asked, now create a prompt for AI to develop a simple logo for Ash and Barrel threads, keeping a clean, classic masculine aesthetic. Now, here's an interesting thing that it did. It didn't understand the question, but here's what it gave us back. Company name, Ash and Barrel Threads. Design aesthetic, clean, classic, masculine. Brand personality, something we had.
Masculine elegance.
So, yeah, right. So timeless and sophisticated. Reflecting a craftsmanship of cigars and bourbon. Masculine elegance. These are things that we hadn't considered before about the brand. It's giving us branding information back.
Yeah.
Again, things we hadn't considered. So this is actually valuable information.
Wait, go back. Scroll back just a little bit. There was something about typography.
Barrel imagery. Consider
fonts.
Consider integrating a stylized bourbon barrel.
I was just looking at. I mean, it goes down to the font. Use classic typography.
Right.
I mean, that's. Gee, Christmas.
Right. So this is awesome. This is great information. This isn't something we can use with Meta because it needs very little amount of text. But
yeah, it needs to be concise.
Okay, so overall feel, create a logo that embodies the essence of Ash and Barrel threads, providing an essence of classic masculinity with a nod to craftsmanship.
Can you copy that?
Just copy that.
Can we take that? Can we steal that? That's really good.
That's very good. All right.
That's good. Thank you, ChatGPT.
Right. So it actually gave us some branding information.
Don't forget to thank your AI servants.
Because eventually they will take over the world and murder you if you're not polite.
We'll all be dead way before that. We'll all be dust.
All right. So interesting aesthetic. I don't know what's happening.
Okay. So this next one's over top of a leaf. I like that. That middle right there. Well, I like that.
It's interesting.
Go to the third one. Go to number 3.
Ash and Barrel. It's simple.
Hash and barrel.
Hash and barrel. Right. So again, AI doesn't understand text, but it's not bad. It's not bad.
Ooh, I like that too. That right there is the intro. Right there is the intro for your podcast.
Right. So
that's your logo for the podcast.
So again, these are all things we're gonna have to go back and clean up the text, but we can show you how to do that with free tools. Let's see. Create a. I'm going to say, again, I'm going to add simple vector logo.
Okay.
And see if it understands that. Because some of the logos we got back last week were actually cleaner. So that's not bad. It has barrel.
So I have a question. I have a query.
Mm-hmm.
Did you use, for some of your Christmas Underdog Plus Bones, Peanut Butter Brew Bones advertisements, did you use Meta's Imagine to
I don't know why you would ask that, David.
Because I seen them and I'm like,
your photography got way better overnight.
Your photography went like boom. It's good. So that's great. So I mean, even the pros, which West is a pro.
I literally am a pro.
He's a pro. He did this. I give 50-50. 50-50 on that.
And here's the thing. If you don't like what it gave you, just using the exact same prompt, hit generate, and it'll give you more.
Yep.
That's not bad right there.
Oh, that one right there is not bad. Oh, that was better. Go back. I like the shelf. But the shelf
isn't part of the logo. The shelf is more of a background.
Yeah.
This is going to be your logo here,
backdrop.
right? So again, that's the thing. It doesn't always quite understand.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So I don't think that's a vectored image either.
Right. So let's keep trying here. Let's keep refining the request. Interesting. So I like what it did here, but again, it doesn't understand text. So this image is just nonsense.
Yeah.
But
from 190 to 2124. Picture
again,
it, Sicily, 1912.
I like what it's thinking because I like how it did the smoke and turned the smoke into the letters, and that's something that and that's one of the reasons why this tool is actually really good for ideation also. So it can give you the idea to create something like this. And
Yeah.
you can then, if you're good at Photoshop, you can go in and create this yourself.
Yeah.
But we want to get to a point where it actually creates something for us that we have minimal updates on. So some of these aren't bad. I haven't seen the magic yet.
Go back one more. One of these kind of jumped and was like, okay, got a little bit of that one right there has a little bit of pizzazz to it. Okay, it's closer. I don't like it.
Right.
But it's closer to a logo.
Right, it is. That's much closer to a logo. It's 2 colors. It works on many levels. But let's keep going. We want to get to a point where we see the magic. And it's going to happen here. I can feel it.
I do like that.
Some of the and
I'm having a problem.
See, this is interesting. This is clean. I like the barrel happening.
I like that.
So I could easily see.
Clearly, that's a wheated bourbon.
I could easily see ash and barrel threads right here.
Yeah.
So let's save that for later. Just literally hit this little thing and hit download image. Save for later.
Download image. Yeah.
Let's hit generate again.
Go on.
Again, interesting. I could see this working. I can see the general image.
I like that.
Yeah, let's save that.
I see it. I see it in that one right there. That's the front runner to be right now.
It's clean.
All right, now take that in your mind and translate that to a wax stamp.
Right, exactly. And you could even change this later in free Photoshop alternative that we'll show you and create that into a wax stamp. Very, very easy to do.
That's how I send my letters through the mail. Is I always use a wax stamp.
I think
I don't own a wax stamp,
right?
Which also means I don't send letters.
Well, look, you should own every man should own a wax stamp.
I have looked at them. I want to get one. I want to get 2 custom made, one with the family crest and one with just something else.
That's pretty cool.
I don't know yet. I don't like this one. I don't like the guy.
No, I don't like the. But I kept
this
on the screen because I wanted to illustrate that you can have specific illustrations in there. Let's say we want Ash and Beryl to have a dog in the logo.
Oh, that's even better.
Okay, so
who doesn't like dogs? I mean, we're the Underdog Journey. We need to have a dog in the logo.
Let's change it a little bit. Let's say we didn't mention this earlier, but we want to have a dog in the logo because look, we're the Underdog Journey. So create a simple vector business logo that embodies. Let's say so we're going to say that embodies the essence of. So we're going to change that to with a dog logo with a dog silhouette. And I can't spell, so I use a spell check. And spell check still didn't know what I'm saying. So sometimes
that's all right. It'll get it. It'll get it. It's fine. I've mistyped wildly on this thing. And it's fine.
All right. So I said create a simple vector business logo with a dog silhouette, providing a sense of classic masculinity with a nod to the craftsmanship of cigars and bourbon. Let's keep all that in there. See what it comes up with.
Oh, I should have a cigar for this. I keep grabbing the pipe. I should get a cigar. What do I want to use for a stunt cigar? Anybody out there have
this is a cool logo. Look, that's actually a cool. Some of these are pretty cool now that you say I want a dog in there.
I like that.
Because it understands what a dog is. It might not understand what masculinity is. Because it's programmed by modern programmers. Let's not go there. All right. So
I was wondering how you were going to dodge that.
Some of these
okay, I've got
a
bad. Cuban moniker.
Like this is kind of cool. I could see Ash and Beryl right here. Or this guy here. I could see Ash and Beryl right here. These actually, all 4 of these are not bad designs. Are you he's looking at cigars. He's looking for a stunt cigar.
I'm sorry, I'm looking for a stunt cigar.
But all 4 of these are not bad. When David gets a cigar picked out, he can check these out.
No, that smells too good. I'm not getting rid of that.
Come on,
it's got a sweet smell to it. I have a Cohiba Red over here. I have a Cuban Cohiba Red.
You're going to use a Cohiba Red as a stunt cigar?
No, I was absolutely not doing
say.
That. It's not in this drawer. No.
You don't need a cigar. You don't need a cigar handy. You're not going to light it anyway.
Oh, here we go.
David. You're in the house.
Here's an upper. It's a stunt cigar. Yeah, it's a stunt. It's just a stunt cigar, so I can hold it like this.
All right. Stunt cigar. Okay.
It's stunt dope.
So here are our first 4 options where we said we want a dog. You still know.
Okay.
Right, so there's number 1.
I'm paying attention. I'm watching. I'm paying attention. I'm listening.
Okay.
No, I'm good.
No,
Right,
these aren't bad though. Check these out.
Not bad. I don't have there. I still don't see the one that locked me in yet. So let's regenerate.
Okay. You don't like any of these 4?
Regenerate. Right. It's not that I don't like them, but I think it can do better.
It can do better. Let's see what it comes up with. Not bad. I like the kind of boxer going on there. Interesting. It's not my favorite, but it's interesting. And graphically, these are actually good. Let's generate some more here. See what we got going.
Keep it going.
I could see any one of these as a logo stamp inside of the inner back collar.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And literally, all this is for that. For our T-shirt. That's what goes on the collar.
Right.
Back there with a printed. Anybody who's putting actual tags in their T-shirts anymore, stop.
Yeah, print the tags. We don't need tags.
Print the tags.
Are annoying.
We don't need tags. Yeah, wait, not this gray one. I've got other gray T-shirts that they came with tags, but they came with like perforated, easy to tear out tags.
Smart.
Now, the downside to that is, once you tear out the tag,
you get the itchy thing left over.
Well, no. You got no reference for front and back.
Oh, fair enough.
And you put it on, you're like, oh, yep, it's backwards. And when you're skinny, that might be funny, but when you're fat, it's hilarious.
That's pretty funny. I got to admit, that sounds pretty funny.
I like that one right there.
Yep.
That was
all
good.
right. So we'll save this one. We'll generate maybe one more set. See what comes up.
All right, one more set.
Let's see what happens here. So again, when you're very specific about what you want, it comes up with some good ideas. When you're kind of vague and wishy-washy, the ideas are not going to be that great. I think this is pretty good. I like that. I really like that. That's pretty good. I could see that.
I like that. That would actually make a good. I think that would make a good cigar band. That's what I see there. The logo. Let's just pull it. This is doesn't matter. The Vintage Reserve. Anyway, this band right here. Mm-hmm. So I think that would make an amazing logo on a band.
Right. Exactly. Here's another one. Ooh, I like that a lot. I actually like that one more.
That would work even better. Yeah. And that actually will work inside of a T-shirt.
And here's another good one. Looks like a cigarette, but it's the smoking dog with a glass of bourbon there.
This dog's saying, "I'm too old for this shit."
As every good dog should say.
That's right.
So we're going to save this one also?
So let's save that one. And then I got one more prompt I want to give it here. So let's get rid of the dog.
Okay.
Let's get rid of the dog.
Okay.
And we're going to put with a bourbon barrel and tobacco leaf.
Okay.
We're going to pull in the two things that we're trying to talk about. And let's see if we can get something that speaks to the brand image that we're trying to create.
Okay. So create a simple vector business logo with a bourbon barrel and tobacco leaf, providing a sense of classic masculinity with a nod to craftsmanship of cigars and bourbon. It sounds redundant, but you need to be specific with your request.
You gotta be specific. Yeah. Are we striking gold?
Let's see what happens. Oh, that's not bad. It's has a lot of gradation happening here.
Yep.
So it looks good, but it's not really going to work in my mind as a logo.
This seems to me like something you hang on a wooden, a wrought iron post out in front of our shop,
right,
where we sell the
something
stuff.
like this could even,
but it doesn't work as a logo.
It could even be a T-shirt design on its own, but it's not a logo. And this is coming from a guy who has made logos professionally in the past. Now, again, this is interesting. I love the design, but there's a lot of gradation.
I really like the design.
All right, we'll save it.
Save that one. Yeah, save that as a reference. I don't think it's a logo, but I really like the design.
Yeah, totally. I'm with you. Let's generate some more. See what happens. And it didn't. Okay, it has a little bit of a tobacco leaf.
I think number 2 is going to be the winner on this one. Number 2. Now we're coming in number 2. Right there we go.
Has a little TGI Fridays action happening, but it's not bad.
You ruined it for me.
I mean, it kind of looks like like a Fuddruckers or something.
TGI Fridays is Friday Applebee's, by the way. My wife came up with a great one yesterday. I don't even remember what it was. Italian Applebee's. I don't remember what she said, but I was like, I'm sad that I didn't think of that.
Right. See, now these are not
I like that.
bad. I think these are workable.
I like that right there.
Yeah, that's very workable.
That's very, very
Let's
good.
save that. Again, it's not, there's a lot of gradation happening, so I don't think it's logo worthy yet, but you can work on this and make it logo worthy. All right. And we can show you how to do that. Here's another one. It's interesting. I think it's not perfect, but it's workable.
Yeah.
Here's another
I
one.
like the other one better. Ooh, I like that.
So we'll save that also.
Save that one.
All right. So I'm going to remove barrel because it seems to have a hard time creating barrels. Okay. Actually, you know what? I'm going to change very simple. I'm going to change the wording here. I'm going to change vector business, a simple vector business logo. I'm going to say two color logo.
Okay.
And see if it understands that. See if we can get the gradation out. But we're going to keep the bourbon barrel. Okay. We're going to keep the tobacco leaf. We're going to see what it comes up with.
Yes. So just so people know, your logo needs to work in two color. Ooh.
It came up with cool pictures, and you could use
go back to that number
ads.
One. Yes, I mean that's what I'm looking at. I mean that right there, we need to complete the barrel, but
right. But it doesn't understand.
I mean, that's an ad.
Sometimes it doesn't understand.
It's not a logo.
Right. It doesn't understand what I mean by two color. That's the problem. I was playing with this a little bit before, and it doesn't understand things.
Let's go back. Get rid of two color. Go black and white.
Good thing. Okay,
get rid of color and go black and white.
Okay. Okay. Create a simple black and white logo with a bourbon barrel. Okay, let's see if it can understand that.
With a nod to classic masculinity.
Okay, that's much better. It's on the right track. There we go. Anyway, it's on the right track.
That's it. So so for anybody watching this, anybody who's stuck with us this far, you strip away the stuff in the background, strip away the wood grain on the bottom, and the smoke off the top of it. All we're looking at there is the center picture, so that we can. I like that. So I think the first one. I think number one's it.
Well, I don't care for what's happening here in the middle. I think that's distracting because it's so. Just graphically, it doesn't make.
I'm not sure what it is.
So that's the reason I'm not sold on this one yet.
I think with some minor editing on that one, I think we got it.
Yeah, let's have it generate one more set. See what happens.
Okay, we should download that shit.
That's fine. It'll make more.
It's AI. It'll be more.
See, not bad. Again, this is an ad, not a. That's actually, it would actually be a good ad if you made some changes.
That right there is a really good
save
ad.
That image.
That is an amazing ad right there.
Again, you would change some stuff. You'd put your own logo right here. You'd put your own logo and copy up here. But this is interesting. What's happening,
dude? So go back to that. Go back to that one. Go back to number two. Back to number two. That right there. There's this. Okay, so there was a joke there the other day, and I put it on Facebook that said, meet Steve. Steve's the only guy above blah 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 whatever age that doesn't have a podcast. And I was like, I feel attacked. and then there was another one before that my wife sent to me that said, hey, let's start a podcast. Is the new, hey guys, we should start a bar.
We should. Right. That's pretty funny.
So I haven't given up on my dreams of a bar / club / lounge. This right here, that image right there, I could sell memberships to a private cigar and bourbon lounge all day.
Yeah.
All day, just out of that picture.
Right. Just make some minor changes.
Just out of that picture.
Yeah, just make some minor changes. So I saved this. Yeah. This is interesting.
Dude, that is
not my favorite, but it's interesting.
I do like that because it does give simplicity, stripping away everything from the outside of the gold outside. If we put the proper names in there, and then in the middle of it, almost a
dog
single word. You're all about the dogs. Single word mission statement.
Okay.
If you were to create a single word mission statement to put right in the middle of that. Classic, 2 words, classic masculinity right there.
Yeah.
This. I can sell this all day long.
All right. I saved that
All
one.
day long.
I saved it.
You can put that in a hoodie, and I'm selling that all day long.
Yeah, honestly. And look, this is all for free. So we're spending a lot of time here.
Socks.
But you want to refine.
And we are. Gee, many Christmas we spend a lot of time. This is so good, though. Okay. We nerd out on this.
But you can, you can take any one of these and make minor changes, and that's your logo. I mean, we're being picky. We shouldn't be so picky on a walkthrough.
We shouldn't have been. We shouldn't have been on something we wanted to bang through. But
look,
you know, when you're wanting to get a quick bang through, you don't get picky.
I got no comment. I got no comment on that.
I just see my wife get up and walk off.
I can see our logo right here. I'm going to save this one as well.
Meow. Ooh, I like that. Go back. Number 3.
It's interesting. I like what's happening graphically up here.
I like that. Save that. Okay. Save that.
All right. So
that's really good.
Let's say hypothetically we want this to be our logo. Okay. Now, you want to make changes to this. You want to take away this weird font down here. You want to put your own, spin on what's happening.
Fix the letters and the wording and everything. Yeah.
But you don't have Photoshop and you don't want to pay for Photoshop. Photoshop's freaking expensive. So here's what
who wants to pay for Photoshop?
You literally Google best free Photoshop alternatives, and you're going to come up with a dozen different lists that look just like this. 17 best free Photoshop alternatives in 2023.
Yep.
And literally that's what you do. Google's your best friend here, because guess what? All of these are going to have free trials. Some of them are actually completely for free. Let's see, Apple Photos. You don't want that.
You don't want
here. There's one. It's a terrible
name.
Stay
away from Microsoft too.
There's one. It's a terrible name, but it's called GIMP. GIMP is completely for free, and it can do everything Photoshop does. It's web-based. It's going to be in your browser, and if you know how to, even if you don't know how to use Photoshop, guess what? Here's what you do: you Google, how do I change my logo in Photoshop? How do I add a layer in Photoshop? And this,
hold on one second.
Find a dozen videos that show you exactly how to do it in GIMP.
So this is a web-based. So this is through the browser. Mm-hmm. Now, for the less computer savvy, that means if you can run the internet, you can run this software. It's not like
true.
AutoCAD. It doesn't matter what processor you have. It doesn't matter how much RAM you have. It doesn't matter what video or graphics card you have, because you're not actually doing it on your computer. You're doing it on another computer that has all the specs that it needs to run the powerhouse graphics and the high demands of a high graphic program. Over there, all you are doing, you are basically just a remote keyboard and desktop. That's a remote keyboard and mouse. That's what you are.
That's it.
So there is major advantages to that.
Yeah, absolutely.
It doesn't matter. You can work on it from your Mac. Mm-hmm. You can typically work on it from your Windows. And if you're some weirdo with the freaking not the dolphins, the little guys with the black and white, Linux.
I like that. Yeah,
that's the penguin. That's the word I was looking for.
That's what penguins look like and sound like, by the way.
Well, that's what they do, right? That's what they do, as they do. It doesn't matter. As long as you can access the website and you have, XYZ extension in your browser, you're going to be fine. So I think a web-based service for something like this, as far as your startup goes, because, again, we're trying to do this for as cheap as absolute possible. Mm-hmm. We don't want to get to a stage and go, oh crap, now we got to invest $2,500 in this top end computer so we can download this other $1,000 plus piece of software. No,
right. That's it.
Do it for free from any browser, web-based, done.
That's it. You could get Photoshop, but I recommend try one of these free options. They'll do everything Photoshop will do, everything. You could even, like GIMP, for instance, a lot of these platforms, you can actually create your thing with all the layers, your design with all the layers, make all the changes you want, and actually save it out, export it as a Photoshop file if you wanted to. Let's say you want to get Photoshop. You can save it out as a Photoshop file, or you can save it out as a solid image that you can post anywhere on the internet. It's up to you. So I highly recommend these. Just do a simple Google search for free Photoshop alternatives, and you'll get a dozen great options. There are so many good options out there.
Yeah, there's a lot out there, and there's tons of them you can get. Let's say you find one that, hey, I already know this. Most likely, you're going to be able to get a free trial of it. Use the free trial. You need to create a logo one time. Move on with life. Do it, but do it for free.
Absolutely. So the first one on here, there's a free trial. Guess what? 30-day free trial. You created everything you needed in your first 30 days. You're done. Now, let's say you have your logo. Your logo is done. It's saved out. Guess what? Now you can come to Canva. Canva, you can create all of your ads completely for free. You can create documents.
So
you can create letterhead
didn't
in
we
Canva.
touch on Canva in the past?
did.
Didn't we touch on Canva a lot in the past? Yes.
In fact, one of the things
so
we created
this
in
is
Canva,
episode 181.
one of the things we created in Canva was this right here, was this slide right here where we talked about the differences between advertising, sales, and marketing.
Oh, yes.
So we actually created this in Canva a long time ago.
Yeah.
And
so, yeah, we need you to go back and watch all 181 episodes of the Underdog Journey, and you'll learn about this. You'll learn about more in depth in Canva.
But yeah, so here's the thing. This is a free account. Now you can sign up for Canva Pro and get a lot more templates and things like that. But all the free stuff is all you need. You can create PowerPoint presentations. You can create letterhead. Let's see, Instagram posts and templates, posters, flyers, resumes, logos. Has logo design in here. You can create videos that include your logo, documents, YouTube thumbnails, everything that you could possibly need. You can create for free in Canva. Done. Deal. All of your ads that you want to post on Facebook and Instagram, or if you want to have ad placement anywhere else on the internet, even print ads. Guess what? You make them here for free. You send out the file. You're done. You just did all of this from start to finish for free. If it's print on demand t-shirt company, guess what? All you got to do is go to a print on demand t-shirt company, and man, we can give it a dozen lists right now, but they'd be time consuming. Go to just literally Google print on demand t-shirt and pick one that looks good to you. And you can create a free account, pop your designs on there, and you're good to go. We actually just showed you in AI how you can make free designs. Let's do it right now. Let's say instead of logo, we'll literally change this to t-shirt design. Let's take out black and white. Let's change this to t-shirt.
Okay. I'm anxious. I want to see what it does.
Okay, so create a simple t-shirt design with bourbon barrel and tobacco leaf, yada, yada, yada. Let's see what it comes up with.
All right, let's see it. Bring it.
Look, right here has one on a t-shirt. Now, that's kind of useless because we don't need the t-shirt. We need the design. Look, I can see it on a t-shirt. Now, what you want to do is you want to change some of your logos here. Or put your logo on there.
You want to do that in your app that we just showed you. Yeah.
This is useless to us. Let's say design. Let's take out t-shirt.
Could you imagine somebody buying that shirt? That's terrible.
That was a bad shirt.
It's a bad shirt. I put the bourbon barrel over my belly because it looks more like a barrel.
So
ooh, I like that.
That's actually cool. It's a cool
that right there. That right there is it's not a t-shirt design, but that is coasters. Mm-hmm. That is home cigar lounge art. Mm-hmm. That's what that is right there.
What are those balloons?
For some reason,
what did you just do? You having a party over there? What are you doing?
I don't know. Is there a thing that we can do that just does what happened? Okay, I'm up here. I don't know what happened. My hands were not even on the keyboard. I just happened to look down. I'm like, there's fucking balloons going on. What the hell?
That's hilarious. All right. So here's actually one thing that I did notice. When you want a design that could be printed on a t-shirt or on, a pint glass or something like that, you actually want it to have constraints about what it can do with the design. Which is why instead of having design, I say logo. Because here's what happens. When you just have design, it creates an image like this. But when you say ask for logo, it puts constraints on what the design can be. So we're going to change this back to logo and see what it comes up with. And I'll bet it's going to give us something back that's going to be worthy of a t-shirt. Worthy of a t-shirt. Literally strip out the background, put your own verbiage right here, and you're good to go. Right here. Sort of a t-shirt. I don't know what's happening here,
that.
But it's t-shirt worthy.
That's a gravity-defying cigar right there.
It is. That's kind of weird. And
number 3, I really like.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. Number 4.
Number 4.
Number 4. I like that.
So these are not bad designs. And again, you can play with the wording all you like to really refine what you want. I mean, that's not a t-shirt design, but that's a cool image you came up with. You could definitely use that.
That is bar art. That is bar art right there. So right now, go back to that. Now go back to number 1. Right here on your website, you can actually take this, clear out that center spot right there, to let the individuals put their house names, their surnames on, or whatever they want, and then you can sell that as a home bar, home lounge art right there. That's
You do that with
stupid
this
there.
right here. Look at this. That's okay. I could see somebody's
that's a great
surname
one.
on here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and
the leaf of Leffingwell.
Right, exactly. So I'm actually going to take out the with bourbon barrel and tobacco leaf and see what it comes up with. See if it simplifies some of the designs a little bit.
Yep.
Create a simple. Not really. Sort of. All right. So
that's good right there.
So
that last one, number 4, would have worked, but again, there's room for improvement.
All
you got
of these
to
have
touch
room
on
for
something
improvement.
like that.
Right. All of these do have room for
improvement. Ooh, I like that right there. Look at that.
It's interesting. It's definitely interesting.
Is that like I think it's an old school cutter.
Let's see. Looks
like an old school cutter.
Yeah, sort of. So at least it's good for brainstorming, right? So let's be more specific with this logo, though. What do you want to see in this logo that's not necessarily a cigar or a bourbon barrel with a tobacco leaf?
Well, now you got me thinking cutters.
All right, so create a simple logo with a tobacco leaf, providing a sense of classic.
Ooh.
It's not a tobacco leaf, but it's an interesting design.
Yeah.
That's a tobacco leaf. That's interesting.
Well, they're smoking the maples. Ooh, I like that even better.
So I don't think it understands what a tobacco leaf looks like.
Go back to number 2 and save that.
So that's a tobacco leaf. That one works. So one thing I wish that this had is I wish you could be more specific, give you more room to be more specific in the description. I also wish it could let you provide, say, I like this aesthetic. Refine on this and this.
Make these changes.
Right. I like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. Yeah. Make these changes based on this image. I wish it could do that.
Yeah.
But again, this is the first iteration of this tool. And I think it's getting there.
I like that. Oh, dude, that right there. Go back to number 1. Go back to number 1. Okay. Oh, shit. Okay, here we go. Dave's bourbon-soaked mind.
This would take some Photoshop work to clean this up, so it's not perfect. This would actually take some Photoshop.
So I'm not gonna open this because I don't want it to. I mean, it's sealed, and I want to keep it that way. But let's say I've got this leaf right here. Let's say I take some leaves that would otherwise be good as far as aesthetic, but they're not the flavor I want or anything like that. That gold leaf over top of it, basically almost an airbrush over top of it, as a wrapper, or as a business card.
Right. I could see that.
Business cards, as we know it, is dead.
Yes, they are.
I travel all of the Western Hemisphere and more. I don't carry business cards.
Yeah, I should have at many points, but I stopped carrying them because they're dead. You're gonna give out maybe 3 a year, and you get a box of 500.
Well, you could give out 300 a year, and none of them are gonna matter.
Yeah, you're right.
Now, the only place you can go that I know right now, I've got to go to Japan in April. And when I go to Japan, I will be loaded to the gills.
Oh, yeah, that's different culture. Different cultures value.
It's a huge culture of business. But that's it. Now, imagine this. Now, let's say you own a lounge.
Mm-hmm.
You are a bourbon guy, rep. You are a cigar rep. Doesn't matter. Anywhere in that higher level gentleman realm, a business card that doesn't have to have all the data on it, but is literally just a freaking tobacco leaf with gold print.
Mm-hmm.
That right there is freaking amazing. I love that. If I had that as business cards, don't get me wrong, you can't put that in your freaking pocket, but that means you're very selective of who gets it.
Yeah.
I mean, that is.
All right, so I'll save the image. I'll send that to you. But I changed
that. Awesome. I can use that. I might print business cards for myself for that.
I changed the request a little bit.
That is awesome.
I said create a simple. Now I don't know if it knows what a cigar band is, but I said create a simple logo that looks like a cigar band.
Okay.
Again,
cigar band.
I don't know if it knows what a cigar band is. We're gonna find out. Let's see what it comes up with.
It's probably a bunch of cigars playing musical instruments.
Okay, this is kind of a cigar band.
That works.
It's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is the La Paloma Wapaluma, Lalaluma.
That
I don't know. It looks
some of
like
these
so
are, it's in the right direction. We'll give it
it's
that.
in the realm. Oh, here we go. Here's a better one. Almost perfect for what we're hearing. I can pull it off too. So there we go. There we go. Yeah. Oh man, actually, ooh, I like that. Save
It's
that.
cool looking. It's cool. I don't call it a logo, but it's cool. I'm going to put black and white back in there. See what it comes up with.
Yeah.
So some of these are cool. Okay. Let's say
That looks
simple.
really good. That number 3 on that. I like the one number 2. Number 2 was actually on a
It's
cigar.
actually on a cigar. So it does know what a cigar band is.
Yep.
Okay. So I changed it to create a simple black and white logo. And again, that request is going to let us make changes to it more easily and make it look more like a logo that's more usable in different areas. Okay.
Folks, this just stopped being a podcast like an hour ago. This is literally what Wes and I do when we get on the phone with each other.
It's true. So this is interesting.
Which is why we started this podcast, is because this is literally what we do.
Yeah, exactly. So look, it's okay. It's going in different areas, but let's just say hypothetically this is our logo. Okay, so we came up with a business, and it
go back to number 2. Go back to number 1 or 2. 1 or 2.
That's number 2.
2's good. Go back.
Here's number 1.
I like number 1. I think number 1's the winner.
Okay, let's say
I think number 1's the winner for logo of everything we've seen tonight so far. I think number 1's it.
So let's say hypothetically this is our logo. Now, we had ChatGPT come up with the business idea for us. Now, we had our own ideas we injected in there, but in general, it ideated the business for us. It created a business plan for us. It created marketing and advertising strategies for us. It gave us at least the idea for a target audience and sales goals. It gave mission statements. We then went in and had AI create a logo for us for free. Now, we can also go in tomorrow if we wanted to and update this logo, make it more appropriate with our business name. AI also created.
No, we're doing that, right? We're doing it right now, right?
Well, we've been on here for 2 hours. We're not going to do it. It's going to be very time consuming. AI also came up with the branding. We didn't ask it to, but it did. It came up with the branding of this business, the aesthetics, how it should make you feel. It came up with the business name, Ashen Barrel Threads, which we now own. It came up with...
Which we now own, and it will be live soon. You will actually... You know what? This is going to be a multi-part series. We're going to pick this up again next week. And we're going to continue on this next week. I say we continue on this, and we launch, the two of us,
Ash and Barrel Threads?
Ash and Barrel Threads.
All right.
We have the website. We are going to launch. The Underdog Journey is going to launch Ashen Barrel Threads.
Next week.
Almost said Ashen Beds, but
Ashen Barrel Threads.
Ashen Beds. Ashen Barrel Threads. Over the next few weeks, we're going to launch, put product up here, and grow that business.
Right. So, now.
Because both of us have so much spare time.
Jeez, I know. So we showed you all of this to get the business ideated and gave you up to the point where we actually create product, right? So
Okay.
What we're going to do...
We selected among choices.
Right.
We made no governing decisions. We selected among choices, all generated by AI for free.
Right. So next week, you know what? Next week, we will actually go in and we'll explain the different print-on-demand companies. We're going to choose a print-on-demand company. We're going to upload some designs, and we're going to show you how to create your shop. Now, from between this week and next week, you'll have your business model. You'll have your business plan. You'll have your ideation, your name, your logo. All of this stuff completely for free. We're going to have a business up and running next week on this show, and we're going to show you how we did it completely for free, all generated with AI. No hard work included.
So I think Devin says, okay, so we're way behind.
Yeah,
I'm just stepping back over
to
comments. So let's see here. So he says, Dave, let's make it happen. I'll develop the app and design. I think that was actually going all the way back to the comment about life safety and receptacles and electrical lighting and house automation. We'll talk. Devin, reach out to me. I'm off tomorrow. Reach out to me. We will touch base.
That's a good idea for a product, but that's a different show altogether.
It is a phenomenal. There is a ton of risk there for surveillance, and people like me look at stuff like that.
Sure.
because somebody could say, "Oh, T-Mobile could go, oh, you shouldn't be using that. That takes too much energy," and shut it off. But we'll go on. Too
He's
busy
too busy.
too busy with my drop shipping company. He said, "I don't know what that's about."
Yeah, so we missed a lot
I
of
will
his comments here.
this is the best one right here. I will do some things I'm not proud of for a T-shirt.
It's true. People love T-shirts, man. The stuff.
Hey, did we get our T-shirts out to? Did Shelley Webb get our
The
T-shirt?
orders are out. The problem is this time of year, it's going to take a little longer
everything's
to
backed
receive
up.
those. So Devin,
Yeah, so
Devin's getting one, and Shelly is getting one.
Okay, great.
I never heard back from Stoic. So
Yeah, Dave Stoic. Yeah,
look, Devin, you'll get yours soon.
not
It's
this
been
Dave
ordered.
the Stoic. The
Yeah,
other
there's
Dave the
another
Stoic. I'm the Dave the Stoic R. He was the Dave the Stoic D.
Exactly.
If
You're
you
the
get it,
Dave
you
the
get it.
Stoic 1. He's the Dave the Stoic A.
Pasta.
All right.
Let's see
says-
here.
Devin says those are actually awesome
those are
designs.
actually awesome designs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got to see some really good designs generated by AI. We used this last week, and we went through them, through some of the stuff, and I was genuinely impressed.
Yeah.
I know that our the random ass guy that sits in the background there sometimes, I know he was up in arms about it. But all in all, I mean, the product that it gives to do some, let's say I am an artist,
Right.
and I've reached I don't know what the term would be for writer's block for a creative artist or a photographic artist.
Yeah.
Photographer?
A graphic designer.
Yeah, I don't know what that'd be, but this is a soundboard. And if you use the tools that are there as a soundboard, you say, "Ooh, I like that," and now I can build upon it. So,
Right.
and
that's just it. If you're really using these tools appropriately, whether it's text or image generation, this is not supposed to create a final product for you. This is supposed to create a jumping off point. This is supposed to be a great tool to ideate, to come up with good ideas. Now, eventually, it'll get to the point where it probably will create final products for some people. But
it will.
But you know what? Just like
right now, we know it creates final products for certain people because we have on this show reviewed some people's work that was clearly generated and not curated at all.
Yeah, well, and
look, so generated by AI and not curated by humans at all.
Just like clip art, right? There are people at corporate offices right now who still use clip art, and clip art was going to be, back in the 90s, clip art was going to be the death of the graphic designer. It wasn't. You can tell what's clip art and what's not. Just like right now, you can tell what's AI generated and what's not if you look closely.
Yeah.
I think the lines are being blurred a little bit.
I'm gonna flip around to my desktop one. So I was looking for something, again, being the stoic that I am and into all the stuff that I am. This is my background for my desktop. I don't know how well you guys
I like
can
it.
see
You got the
that's cool. But you know what? That is not fooling anyone. I clearly just clicked some button and stole that. So back in the day, I don't know if anybody. I don't know how old our viewership is right now, but clip art was never a threat.
No, it was not, and it still isn't. Again, if you look closely, you can generally tell the difference between a lot of AI generated work versus organically created work. I mean, you can tell. So, look, I don't think this is going to be the end all be all, but it's a great jumping off point. And again, we showed you some great tools.
It's a wonderful soundboard.
Right. We showed you some great tools that you can use to edit your AI generated logo to meet your needs. So yeah, next week we're going to finish creating the shop, and we will actually have a live shop up and running next week where you can buy Ash and Barrel threads.
Okay. So I think what we need to do is have one of those timers for that they use in chess about how much time I can drag us down random rabbit holes.
Yikes.
So that we say, all right, I'm going here and I've got 3 minutes throughout for every hour. So 6 minutes across the entire 2 hours that I can drag us down just random ass rabbit holes.
Yeah.
That's not enough time. I'm far more interesting to listen to. We need more time than that. Anyway, we'll discuss it. But we're going to launch it. We are going to be Wes and I are going to own what the hell's the name of our new company?
Ash and Barrel.
That we just bought, Ash and Barrel. So we haven't actually. Did we show this stuff about creating an LLC?
We did a long time ago. We could go over that again.
I think we did a long time. We could probably go along over it. I'll have to take a look. There are certain things we have to log in. There's some tax stuff that goes along with it. We're going to found it in Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
And go it that way. I know we've our names appear on a few businesses over there.
Yeah, look.
A few.
Yeah, I mean, if you're the
we're going to
IRS,
say a
look
few
too
and leave it
closely,
there.
They're not revenue. Most of them aren't revenue generating.
Yeah, they're not revenue
tell
generating.
you, but
yeah, as far as they know. Yeah, as far as they know, as far as you know. Yeah, and I think it's going to be great. And Wes and I are going to become T-shirt moguls.
Well, look, you keep seeing these online gurus saying that you can make $10,000 a week just selling print-on-demand T-shirts. So we're going to give it a try, apparently.
T-shirts. Yeah. So here's one of the things that I have found is that youth soccer leagues. Now, sorry, I whacked my microphone here. Youth soccer leagues during different tournaments, they'll have shirts made just for that tournament.
Yeah.
Now, I happen to know a guy who spends a lot of time making shirts for these people. Mm-hmm. And if we can take that off of him, it's a freaking huge market. If anybody gets that reference, it's funny. But I think it'd be good. So Devin, are you still watching? If you're still watching, show us your boobs.
Nope.
If you're not watching, reach out to me tomorrow. I do want to talk to you about the fire protection part of the world and see what we can come up with. Okay.
All right. Well, look,
I think that's it. I mean, Jesus Christ, I don't even know what time it is. I'm on the Mac. I don't know.
We've been going for like 2.5 hours.
On my Windows computer, I know the clock sits in a corner. I can always find it.
Yeah, we've been going for like 2.5 hours.
What's 10 to? It's 2.5 hours. Holy ball! No wonder I'm so drunk. Jiminy Christmas.
Yeah. So anyway, that was our show. Whether you like it or not, that was our show. All right. Devin did ask.
I love that. That was great. Well, anyway.
That was
that was the show.
Devin did ask how you get to that part of Meta. Devin, if you're still watching, it is imagine.meta.com. So imagine.meta.com. And it's going to ask you to log in to generate. But that's all you got to do. Free face. If you have a Facebook account, that's free. Log into imagine.meta.com and you're good to go.
Yeah, you're going to click some buttons. You have a Facebook account. I see he started commenting on Facebook and then moved over to YouTube.
Which is great. Look.
Which made it.
It's awesome. Good for our algorithms.
Yeah, it actually really is good for our algorithms. I'd much rather be hosted off of YouTube, our primary off of YouTube, and not on Facebook. Yep. Just for purposes that we will illustrate later.
Right.
And purposes that we have illustrated in the past, it is easier to become monetized through YouTube than it is Facebook.
It's true. There you go. All right. So anyway, in the meantime, I've been Wes. This guy's been David, and we're going to log off because we've been ongoing for 2.5 hours. And we'll see you guys next week when we create a print-on-demand T-shirt company.
We're going to launch our business.
And
we're going to launch our business, and we're going to expect every single one of you, your brothers, your sisters, your moms, your dads, your uncles, your cousins, your nephews, your nieces, and your extended family as well. Past that, your in-laws, all of you must order a T-shirt next week. Until then, stay thirsty.
There you go. Exactly.
This hand, that hand.
It's one of those. It's got to be one of those.
trees. Now look around, all the frowns, the yellow, the white, the red, and the brown. And keep in mind, it never costs a dime, 'cause funkin' is free. I remember the time. Now look today, the streets are gray. Time to take it back to yesterday. Funkin' in the neighborhood. I felt the fool 'cause the funk was good. Funky in the city, funky up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood. Funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt the fool 'cause the funk was good. It was good in the city, funky up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood. Funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt full 'cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood. Funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt full 'cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood. Funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt full 'cause the funkin'